Hello, I'm MPX Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today, I'm here in the Nether, as you can definitely tell from my surroundings, and I'm here to mine some Netherrack. I am making a Netherrack mountain in the overworld, and I thought that having like 5 shulker boxes full of Netherrack would be enough, but it turns out I underestimated it. But the good news is finding Netherrack is a very easy, it's not a hard, I want to find it sometimes. I'm like, ooh, where am I going to find the Netherrack? It's just such a rare, hard to find block. And then I realize, oh wait a minute, we're in the Nether. We're gonna be okay. So there's a few ways we can do this, and one of the ways is literally picking up Netherrack I left on the ground 2 or 3 years ago, which sounds dumb, but allow me to take you on a voyage as I explain why there is Netherrack on my ground and why it's great. Also, link holder. I got a text-to-speech saying wake up, which I will admit sometimes I've fallen asleep and sometimes. One of the things that wakes me up every now and then is the membership sound, the do-do-do-do-do. I can hear that throughout my whole house when that happens randomly, so keep that in mind. So yeah, hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to a live stream on the internet. I like these survival streams because it's an opportunity to hang out, to really say what's important, to say, hey, link holder.
What if we all pay the toy cat tax at the same time? Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face.
It's like that.
Smiley face,
So,
unless flushed face.
So, I've never been interrupted so many times by a tip. Thank you very much, Link. But I want to say before but, you know, it's interesting. Like, you know, the whole like, what if none of us pay our taxes, they can't prosecute us all. That's like the reverse version. Like, if we all pay our taxes at the same time, what will happen? They won't be able to take them. Is what probably. So yeah, I want to go ahead and I want to mention something really exciting, which is this right here, the Longboi. So I'm not the guy who's like, oh, there's new merch drop, or I'm gonna have merch ever. No, that's not me. I'm not always here to say something unless there is something cool, and there's something cool has been in the works for a while now. It is the IBX Longboi. I want to let you know about this thing because it's a weird one-time, again, made to order, made by hand, sustainably campaign we're doing where we're trying to make this a reality product. And if 400 people go to the link down below and drop $36 in one of these, it becomes reality. Except $36. I know what you're thinking. Wow. You know, that's great value and all, but who has $36? And that's why I got a 20% discount for you if you're watching this stream. Go to the link down below, and you can have a Longboi. Look how adorable he is. Don't you want one? Why don't you want one? We need, if you're curious, the way it works is 400 people pre-order one of these, they become existent. If they don't become existent, then they just refund the money. It's very easy stuff. And it's a reputable company. We've worked with them before. They've worked with a lot of YouTubers before. It's a very, very solid thing. And again, it's the cutest, cuddliest. It's the best thing I've ever laid hands on. That's all I'm saying. And 76 people now have ordered one. So, you know what? Do you want to be one of those? Again, it's going to be roughly 400 of these that end up existing. If you want one, you should get one. But yeah, we're going to be simping so hard for the Longboi to get. Like, again, most YouTubers, it's like clear that they have to like find reasons to like their own product. But this thing is like, the moment I saw the idea, I was like, yes, this, how can this not work out? And then it was even better when I got it than I thought. I thought it'd be like this long, maybe. But it's this long. It's so long. You can use it as a pillow. Think about that. Like, you could use it as an airplane pillow too if you like put it around your neck like this. It's probably not good for his face to do that, but like you can rest on it like this. You can hug it. You can lay on it like a normal pillow at night. You can just leave it as like a it takes up a whole mantelpiece, but you can use it for super cute. I don't know. I feel like there's just so many uses for the Longboi, and don't you want one? It stretches and wiggles. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Also the arms move, the legs move. It's a cool little product, right? And it's based on your boy. And look at that face. Look at that face. For some reason, one of the images on the makeshift website is just a picture of his butt. Which I don't think is the most appealing. It's not the part that sells me on this whole thing. But yeah, I think it's cool. This is a product that exists. Hey guys, I'm back and I found someone who won't cheat like my other girlfriend. Jesus. Okay, well, you know how we had the story of the girl who realized she was a lesbian. I feel like this is the reverse of that story. Maybe you should realize that. Maybe that's the other end of that. Anyway, I need it for a friend for a short twin. Does the head rotate? It rotates 360 degrees. You might think that that sounds made up, and you'd be correct if you assumed that. But it could be true. And isn't that the important thing? So yeah, we're just going to go this way, a whole bunch of blocks, thousands of blocks in fact. It's going to be a long walk we're going on today. Because basically I've walked a million, I think it's 125,000 nether blocks. And for the vast majority of that, it's tunneled, or for a healthy majority of that, it's tunneled. A healthy minority of it is tunneled. And it means we can find all that stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Toycat once answered my questions on stream. Says cheese pizza. I like chat. It's an opportunity to have a conversation, and sometimes there's questions that are useful. Hi Toycat. Oh, hello there. Yes, Cat got paid again. Congratulations, Octoman Uno, on being paid. Always a big believer in getting paid. You know, people say that getting paid is not good, and I say those people are not good. That's what I say. Also, I wish I'd brought some stone with me, because, like, making this wider would have been a good use of my time. But we're not here, it's all good. I was so distracted by the Longboi as zombie punched me into lava, and I lost my diamond armor, says Naruto. See, the Longboi is so good, it made you lose your armor. Is there anything better? But yeah, also, hi to Cat, love the streams, says Castaway Gamer 7. I'm glad you like the streams. I'm glad you're enjoying Streammas. It is a special occasion. It doesn't happen often. Oh, there's another Nether Fortress over here. This is useful to know about. Yeah, I shouldn't be, like, looking to the side while I'm running on such a precarious area. But yet I am anyway. Thank you very much, Castaway Gamer. I'm glad you're enjoying Streammas. I'm enjoying Streammas. Honestly, like, today was the first day where I was, like, before it. Well, actually, not today. It's pretty weird. I had this, like, grand plan. I'm really bad at, like, scheduling myself right now. Like, one of the things about, you know, working on anything yourself. See, look, here is a few random Netherrack blocks from forever ago. That I want to get knocked into lava, aren't I? But like, if we go further around here, actually, we should just fly, shouldn't we? I have basically unlimited fireworks because my gunpowder farm. Let's see what's over here, and indeed, let's get the best of it. Let's just find all the Netherrack that's on the ground. Unless I picked up most of it. We'll see how far we have to go till we can pick it up. Forget's question more about the cat pillow, says Linkholder. Okay, you know what? Cat pillow, excuse me, the official title is The Longboi. And I think you'll find that it's the... Okay, so here we go. I think these are ghast explosion ones, but like, still. We've got 12 Netherrack now. Haven't had to mine a single block, and we're gonna mine the ceiling here. So we can get even more as we walk and go. But, yeah, oh god. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like, I like collector's items by themselves and all. Like, I like the idea of them at least. I'm not like a big owning person thing. But I really like this one because it's like a utility item that also happens to be cute. That is also, because of the discount that's going on right now, 20% off. The same price as like the plush that is that big. Like the economics on this are crazy. And that's why I want to mention it as being a great thing that you need to get your hands on. It's so cute that you would want it even if, that I would want it even if I didn't know me. And I do know me, so I want it even more than that.
Now waiting for my second toy cat flush.
Don't you worry, that you know, like I actually get offers like every month from Makeship, like, oh yeah, we could make you one of these, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be too cliche, but I don't want to just make things just for the, you know, even though like every company like the works wants to do more, it's like, no, I want it to be more fun. Anyway, so he rotates 360 degrees in all three axes. You're true. Also, thank you very much for the Toycat tax, Mr. Octoman Uno. And also, thank you, Kind, for the Toycat tax. I bought a plushie when you announced in the Discord, and it should arrive right before my birthday. I announced the plush in the Discord. Ah, today we learned. No, I'm so excited for you. It's going to be the best birthday gift in the world. And again, last time, I was worried that, like, mine was the good one and they'd make, like, bad samples for everyone else. But it turned out my manufacturing sample last time was, like, worse than the average one. They made a couple improvements for the grand version. And a cool thing, like, again, it's wacky. Like, this is a product that I was selling. I didn't even realize it came in a really cool bag as well. Like, you might think, like, okay, you know, with the discount, it's just under $30 and, like, okay, that's like, good enough egg by itself. But then it gets way better when you realize that it also comes... You know, it's not just a plush. It comes with a little bag, and there's a brand new bag if you got the first one. Like there's so many nice touches that make me want to sell this rather than like, oh, here's a t-shirt. It's the same as every other t-shirt, but it has my face on it, and therefore it costs $50. Or like, you know, $70 for a hoodie. I think I've seen $80 for a YouTuber hoodie before, and like, I mean, I guess they know their market. I'm never going to criticize them too much for charging an amount that people are clearly willing to pay. But also, it's like, you know, what did you do to that? Is it a grand hoodie, or is it a it's like an expensive super chat thing? Whereas like, if it's gonna be a real product, like I'd rather say, you know, if you want to support, there's a great way. Like, you know, M Gala here is just like, yeah, here's money without any expectation of being returned. But if I'm gonna offer a thing in return, I want it to be good, you know. I think that's old-fashioned. I think that's actually like outdated as a YouTube view. But I don't want it to be. I want that to be the standard. I think it should be like, you know what, you've got an audience. If anyone trusts you to tell them the truth, you should damn well try and tell them the truth. And that's what I aspire to do. Apparently, different to the bunch on that one. So yeah, we're now 3,000 blocks this way in the Nether. Really wish we brought some stone with us. Like, given how far away we were before, it would have been very easy to compared to right now. But that's okay. Also, the more explosions that happen, the more deadly it gets for me to walk past every time, but we won't think about that too much. Also Toy Cat Podcast, says Darlacanium. We can totally do a Toy Cat Podcast because of the nature of this video, this stream, I guess. You know, this is just a Toy Cat Podcast with regular ads for my own product. You know what? I woke up this morning and I cooked myself. One of the things that, like, I hate because it, like, seems like bad value, and also, like, when you think about, like, the way it all has to work, it's, like, questionable. It's questionable on a lot of levels. But something that I really love on, like, the end-user side is meal kits. Also, the Longboi is a brand new product. It looks like it's, again, it's a plush. Imagine a toy cat, but, like, extended. It's a Longboi. Again, it's the width of my shoulders is the length of this cat. And oh my god, is it cute. It is adorable. Works as a pillow. Works as a companion. Works as a 1 in 400 item again. I guess that's the cool thing about, like, being a YouTube channel, is I can make a limited time product of, like, literally it's going to be 400 or so of these that exist. And with that smaller number, you know, like, there's this super limited thing out there. You don't have to worry, like, oh yeah, it's not like buying XYZ where, you know, you've just got number 1 of 12 million. It's like, no, this is a thing that exists, and then it can't exist again. They've offered me, you know, the rights to resell it, and I was like, nah, I think one time, let's make it count, you know, which maybe is terrible, maybe you disagree with, but I think is a great idea. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna pick up all the Netherrack. I'm gonna throw it in there. So first we get upside down toy cat. Then wait, just real quick to prove that it does rotate 360 degrees. The head rotates, the rest of the body. It's crazy. You can put this in any dimension you want. Do you want it upside down? You want to stroke the belly? You can do that. Do you want to stroke the top? You can do that. Do you want to pat the head? You got all the options in the world. Do you want to just bend it? Leave it perpetually in half like a sandwich? Oh, if you put it like this, it looks so much like the first toy cat plush, right? I didn't realize. Look at that. It looks like he's just grown up. But he's long. He's very long. It's a lot of material is what I'm saying. Oh no. Also, it's like a slinky. He like, I don't know how to describe it. Like he bounces because it's so much pressure. I have purchased the Longboi, says Silica. My simping has worked. So yeah, let's do the Toy Cat podcast. I like that idea. I actually have a plan to do that soon for a Let's Play episode. Because if you watch this week's Let's Play, there's clearly like a thing I have to do that just involves a lot of time. Will you make an extra Longboi? Says Lorenzo. Which is not your name, but you're my Lorenzo. I think we have... Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, I'm just making this worse myself. So I guess we're going to jump over here and deal with it from that end. You know what? If you want an extra Longboi, you buy 2 Longbois and you sew them together. It's a genius idea that can't go wrong. So, just do a 4th gold mining session in the Nether. Use a Silk Touch pickaxe to preserve space, and at the last minute of the stream, just stack them all to the sky and mine them for the top of fortune. Honestly, I think that would be so satisfying, right? I think, actually not. Yeah, you can do that, because I guess Nether Gold gives you ingots. Yeah, actually, not that. I think that'd be really, really satisfying as a way to get gold. You know, I like it. I like your idea that you're presenting right there. So I guess I only need one of these to be active at a point in time. Because I need to get horses through here, which are like 2x3. That's why we have this tunnel, by the way. That's more than 2 wide. Oh, look, there we go. This is what I mentioned. We just have a bunch of Netherrack on the ground. Because when I came through here, I had a full inventory. And I just figured, like, I'll just come back later. And here I am. Now it's later. Here to collect on that very debt that I claimed I would. Only 651 original Toycat plushes. Glad I got in it. Right, it's, I like the idea. I agree, not everything can be this way, because the world works in a certain way. But I really like the idea of when you buy something, it not just being like oh yeah, that's temporary, it's there. I like it just like, this exists now. This was a limited time thing, you did it then, and now you know that like it fills a certain void. It's not just gonna be like, oh yeah, and now here's another thing, and here's another thing. Which is like, it's those things are fine to exist by themselves separately, I'm sure. Many feel like. But I think for certain things, it's like, it's nice to know that that's not on the agenda. So, oh, the Longboi's fluffy, you better believe it. So, I'm once again asking you to get a stack of Bedrock, but this time for a Longboi. You know, I wish I could have a stack of Bedrock. You know, let's get Minecraft PS... As soon as they release for another, like, 54 more consoles, we'll have a stack of Minecraft Bedrock editions. That'll be the dream. You don't have mending on your pickaxe. So I have I have mending on my netherite stuff, but I don't put it on my diamond tools. I just let them break, honestly. Because I have so many diamond pickaxes. Like, you can trade for diamond pickaxes, so I have a whole chest full of them. I had a video planned on talking about it, but my editor who was editing it, like, quit the job midway through it. And I was like, I don't like the video anyway. And then so I just never did anything with it. You know, doing YouTube stuff is weird, huh? But yeah, I got a, so this morning, I want to tell you about something. I'm a big fan of cooking, but I never find the time for it, and I hate I hate all the parts of cooking besides the food, is what I'm saying. And so something you can buy, like meal kits. There's a few services that do this. It's gonna sound like an ad for HelloFresh. No, it's an ad for the Longboi. No ad for that. So I bought from like, in London, because a lot of restaurants are struggling, because it's illegal to open a restaurant for a healthy part of the country and for a healthy part of this year. They're doing like, oh yeah, well, you can buy the same things we'd use for our recipes. We'll send it to you, all the portions, pre-packaged, etc. And then you can make it yourself. And so I made myself a lobster roll this morning. And I think that's such a, like, I can answer the question perfectly yesterday of like, you know, so I just made $50. Like, I think it was like canceling a speed run. So I was just like, yep, here's $50. Plus they paid me $50 to request that I do it. So like, you know, in the end, that's like $100. After we take away, you know, like taxes and like blah, 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 it's like, okay, yeah, so I got like 30, 40 pounds. What difference does that make on a life though? Because it's easy, like everyone knows that money can buy X amount of bad things going away. Or it can buy trace amounts of happiness, we could say, perhaps. See, look at all of this. Just all the Netherrack on the ground. Ripe for me to take. I think we should keep the tunnel going straight, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to deliberately fix that lava issue that has clearly gotten in my way. But I think it's interesting because everyone has like something in mind that X amount of money would do for them. If it's a holiday, perhaps that's a thing. Okay, so all we have to do is build this. Yeah, I'm gonna deliberately just build a high roof up here. And then we just like nudge it to the side, which is tricky to do, I'll admit. But if we just do this, then when we place a block there, it can only flow 2 ways. One of those ways is here, and one of those ways is there. Then what we do is we deliberately put blocks all 4 ways around it, so it can't go this way, that way, or that way. And all of a sudden, I think we have perfection. No more lava spill, except over here for no good reason. And now we fixed our issue. And then we could even like bring these blocks up if we wanted to. Kind of fix the lava spill more. Actually, I should have done that on the other... Yeah, you know what? Wait, one sec. This whole bottom thing is unnecessary. All we have to do is this, right? And then lava gone. Okay, perfect. Can't believe I... You know, you make mistakes sometimes. And now we got like a source of light. We keep the lava for future generations. And we also have that. By the way, isn't it crazy to see Like, there's a warp forest. There's a crimson forest just over there, despite that being a whole thing. Boy, Toycat didn't read my super chat. I missed it, a cold Jedi. Toycat, I love videos. Is Norway in Asia? No. You know, I'm glad I didn't read your super chat. Without offense. Like, I felt there are sometimes there's questions where you're like, you know, there's no good reason to ask that, and it would be like I guess it's like there's a level of question that you find like engaging and useful. Like if someone asks like, oh hey Toycat, how do I find, you know, there are some questions that are hard to find the answer to, or like that people don't know very often. But sometimes when it's like, is Norway in Asia, like, how would that help you if it was? If I say yes or no, who is that impacting? Like, what's the... You get me? Like, there's no... Even if that wasn't, you know, because it's an obvious question, but not to everyone. Not everyone knows geography. That's fine. But it's like, but how would it... It's both an easily searchable question that doesn't really provide any new information. And, it's one of those interesting, like, reminders of, like, the rules of conversation. It's something you kind of oh. Piglin tried to follow my parkour, and he failed, it seems. We're gonna fly this way round, and we're good to go. So, why mine Netherrack says unpleasant presents. Hey, thank you for the $5 Toycat tax. But also, the reason why mine Netherrack is I'm making a Netherrack mountain, and I feel like, you know, key important step in having Netherrack for a mountain is mining the Netherrack. But how do you mine Netherrack, I hear you asking? You run through the Nether with a diamond pickaxe like this, and you wait until you have all the Netherrack you need. And then we can do, obviously, another, like, Netherrack mountain thing in the future, hopefully. It'll be great. So kept giving us anxiety when he falls. I mean, it's not like I'd ever die in the Nether with all my stuff this far away from the spawn. Like, that's never happened. Pretty sure it hasn't happened. So, socialism is evil, says Hexaterran. See, that's a fun reference. That's a fun reference to that's a fun one. If you don't know the time I died, okay. When I last died in the Nether, I guess. Not first died. I was responding to someone who just like super chat that, and I was like, you know, I don't think evil is a correct word for it. But speaking of things that aren't correct, I want to say your videos inspire me. Also, where do I buy a Longboi? You know what? First of all, appreciate that. I think it's so cool my videos inspire anything from anyone, let alone something from someone. But wait, is something from someone the same as anything from anyone? You know, you be the boss of that, internet. But I think it's extra cool when you give me a little opportunity to promote the thing. So if you want to get yourself a Longboi, not only is there a link in the description, but if you use that link, you can get 20% off your Longboi. It's great, like $36 or whatever. I think it's $37. Like, to me is a fair enough price. I was like, you know, I'd be good with that given what you get. But then seeing it be discounted 20%, it means it's less than $30, and it's cheaper. I want to say it's the same price roughly, a little bit cheaper depending on your region than the original Toycat plush was. And look how much longer this thing is. Look at the length of the Longboi. It is so long. It is so fun. Don't you want some? We had 76 sales at the start of the stream, and now we have 85. Hey, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I'll be honest, I have like a deep fear about it not completing. I think it's fairly normal for a lot of people to like fear of like, I don't want to call it inadequacy, but like underperforming compared to what's expected from you. There's a lot of things in life, because you know, like metrics are really cool for like, okay, how far did you run? Did you run 1 kilometer, or did you run 2 kilometers, or 5 miles, or 2 kilometers, or 2 miles, or 5 kilometers, or whatever magic measures you want to make up in your head. Also, thank you to the Toycat tax, Castaway Gamer. How's your evening going? But I think it's interesting because there's certain things in life where there's no, oh yeah, you can like kind of do well, you know, better or worse. Like every extra mile you run is another mile run. But there's a lot of things where it's just like there is pass or fail. There is some marker that you've got to pass. So like in the case of this, it's 400 sales. But like there's a trillion other examples. Like if you don't, you know, you can't kill 0.9 ender dragons. If we make a Minecraft example, you either kill the dragon and you do it really well and fast, or you don't kill the dragon and it's game over for you. You know, those are the only options. There's no magic third option where you walk away. You know, killing most of the dragon and coming back later. It's like, no, this is not an option. It is failure if you do that. Also, this is the end of where the stone bricks go. We need to get more stone bricks if we want to bridge this way. So I guess what we can also do is we can start mining some of the bricks out of the way. Also, this is the 4th Nether Fortress it intersects. See, if you want to find Nether Fortresses in a survival world, here is my pro tip. Just do this. Seems to work really, really well for me in this one particular circumstance. I'm going to burn in the lava. Oh, it's weird how I didn't burn in the lava there, but I'm not going to get too hung up on that, I guess. So yeah, this is where my pathway kind of disintegrates into me flying until I find a relatively safe place to bridge again, because I maybe underestimated how many blocks I'd need. You know, it's a whole thing. But yeah, thank you very much, Cosplay Gamer. And also, I want to point out the fear in milestones, because at least when it's measurable, it's like, at least that's something. But the truth is like, so many points in your life come down to this same thing. This, you magically pass or you magically fail. And you don't know what the criteria is or isn't. Like, you know, a job interview. Also, what is this? Is this half a magma cube? No, it's just the textures. The rest of it's not showing. You know, like if you go to a job interview, you either impress the guy enough to be like, I'm gonna hire this person, or you don't. You know, you have to do the best. But the best is an undefined amount. I think that's interesting. I've heard in America classes are graded on it's called on a curve. So you're not graded relative to, you know, like, oh yeah, there's not like absolute standards you're going for. It's you have to be top of the class if you want to get an A, and if you're bottom of the class, if you're great, you get an F. And obviously that works out most of the time as meaning like, oh yeah, you just learn the stuff and you'll do well. English is my second language, so I need to think twice before writing something. Naturally, I ask myself, do I really need to say that? It saves me a lot of embarrassment. Yeah, it's something I think about a lot too. Like, maybe it's just like, maybe there are some number of people who are lucky enough to never have had anyone question why they said something. Because like most of the time we don't go, why'd you say that, man? Like even when we think about it, we're like, we try to roll with it. Like, you know, I think that's a cool thing we do for people. 2 people maybe. We usually are pretty cool as a social species and being like, oh, you did a social faux pas? Oh, it's so cool, man. We all make one of those sometimes. But I think it must be impressive. Like, some people must have never had a mistake of someone being like, oh, yeah, that's not funny. Or, huh, yeah, that's no good. I remember the first time, like, I was like 10 when like a family member, I think it was literally my mother, like, pulled me out and being like, no, your joke's not funny. You shouldn't have said that. And it's like, oh, that hurts. But then you're like, oh yeah, okay, just tell funnier jokes. Easy solution, huh? Okay, let's throw in all of the good stuff in there. It's like, I think you learn lessons from the small things like that. It's like, you know, whenever you see a spoiled kid, not a spoiled kid, like whenever you see like super unsocialized, and it's like, oh yeah, a lot of the like social signals we see as niceties and like essential, like, you know, if you the things that make someone like bearable to be around usually are learned in pretty painful ways. Like people say like, oh yeah, just act naturally, just be who you are. No. Who you are naturally is probably a terrible person. Like we have all these terrible tendencies that you don't have to suppress. You don't have to suppress them necessarily, but you need to know like when to bring them out. You need to know when someone says, "How are you doing today?" That you know, you gotta know like, okay, don't tell them about that time that I was in that terrible house fire. Don't tell them about, you know, like, yeah, it's like, what they mean is it's a polite nicety. When someone says like, oh yeah, no, for real though, that's the moment you share those things. If you know, being random works great around friends. To strangers on the internet, it just seems weird. You know, like, because your friends know you, they know what to expect from you. If a stranger doesn't know what to expect from you, like, just being random isn't random. It's just not. It's just words, you know. Which is actually one of the struggles about, like, there's a lot of things on the internet that are, like, semi-personality based. Like, being a YouTuber, people subscribe or not subscribe to you, seemingly based not on what you put out, but on your personality or whatever, like, which seems wacky. But, like, most successful YouTube channels don't have a regular form of content. I need to sneeze. Okay, if I sneeze again, I'm going to try and do it with my eyeballs open. I had this theory for the longest time that I couldn't sneeze while I was... Because most people don't sneeze during conversations. And it's supposed... Like, you also usually don't sneeze when you're presenting. Because it's, like, instinct that, like, you're not when you're in front of other people. you don't do that. Sneezing is like a, yeah, like right. But then like as soon as I didn't sneeze for like a year, and now just like if I need to sneeze, I'll sneeze on a stream. It's wacky. It's crazy. I really like sneezing, by the way. Controversial opinion. Like just to take things down a step. But I love sneezing so much. Like anyone who doesn't enjoy sneezing, what's wrong with you? It's one of the few joys in life. It's like oh it's coming. Oh yeah, there goes the sneeze. I've never heard you sneeze in this stream. That was a quiet sneeze. Oh yeah, like there's silent sneezes. There's loud sneezes, right? You're not really in control of when one's won. I just bought the Longboi a couple of minutes ago. It says, bruh, wow. Let me confirm or deny this. We went from 85. Oh, 90 Longboys sold. Okay, chat. Again, this is one of the coolest opportunities to get yourself a Longboi, a limited time product. I sometimes feel like a TV infomercial when I'm doing that. I really want to just be clear here. It's cute. I like it. I let you to get one. If you don't want you to get one, then you know what? I think it's you that misses out. Isn't this the best? I've got my bag out of this thing already, and that's why I'm hoping that all of you do too. So yeah. Also, again, I want to show you the bag. Actually, it comes in a really cool bag. I'll have to find that soon. I love sneezing too. Lol, too much more satisfying than coughing. Oh, coughing's the worst. Okay, wait. I want to know if this is just me because I used to have a math class when I was like, I don't know when, but sometime when I was like 14, I just got really self-conscious about sniffing too much or coughing too much in class. I was like, okay, you know what people are gonna think? What are people gonna think about you? And I was convinced for the longest time that there was like a game, you know, like when it's quiet and like you go, and everyone hears that, right? And it's like, oh no, you don't want to like. That's like a people don't like that noise. It's a gross. You know, I don't mind it, but like, oh, you don't want to hear that from other people. So I thought that was like a game you got to play with, like time your sneezes, time your coughs, time your. And so like, even if I was like, okay, I really need to cough right now. My throat is hurting so bad. Also, thank you very much, Mackenzie Hilton. Hey Toycat, fun fact: we need 80,150,000 Longboys to wrap around the circumference of the Earth. There's no way that can be true, right? Because if a Longboi is 50 centimeters wide, 2 makes a meter, and I know the Earth is 20,000 miles. So if we just assume, like I don't know, 30,000 kilometers, is that about right? 30,000 kilometers would be 60. You know, actually, no, it's pretty close. Fair enough. Huh? It's interesting that few Longboys. Like, because that tells me that then like human beings would stretch all the way around the Earth if we tried. But that sounds incorrect. No wait, how many meters in a kilometer? It's 1,000 in a kilometer. So it'd be 20. Yeah, but that's a million. Oh god, I'm actually gonna. Jesus Christ! Isn't it crazy? Even with full Netherrack armor, all you gotta do is spawn in the wrong mob. Because the trick is with those mobs is they can attack 2 times per second. Oh look, we're leaving Netherrack on the ground. I don't know how long we've left Netherrack on the ground for. Let's go fix that. Hey, Robin Doo! Hey Toget, you can do my Netherrack. Hope you have a good Tuesday in it. I see you're speaking in the English vernacular. I'd be holding in my coughs till my eyes were watering, says Aliyasha. Hey, it's not just me. It's not just me. I did this, and it was like, to a point of pain, and I was convinced that this is just how life was. Like, yeah, life is, you know, one of the things about me being a grown-up now that I'm 14. Because I was so convinced, like, you know what? 14, I'm basically a full-on human now. And I'll admit, like, you stop being a hobby at some point in your early teens, but I don't think you graduate to being a real human being that people want to hang out with yet. I know that you think you are. I think actually, I've been thinking about this a lot recently, because, you know, when you're in school, there's always that one person. Let's be honest, it's usually a girl, because like the societal dynamic is that guys are usually older than girls. So there's usually like the one girl that has a boyfriend who's like 22, and when you figure at the time, it's like, oh yeah, I guess it's really fun for her. But like when you're in your 20s and you look back, you're like, that whichever guy, you know, even at the time, we'd all make fun of it, being like, yeah, that guy has to be a real loser. Like, seriously, what's be wrong with them to find a 14-year-old interesting? Like, interesting enough, not just to hang around with, to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna be exclusively with each other, or whatever. That's real weird. Also, 92 Longboys sold. Hey, you know, 8 more Longboys till 100. Can we make it happen? Chat, we gotta make it happen. If you need a Longboi, now's the time. That's what I say. But it's an example of like, you know, those are weird. I could tell at the time, but now that I'm in the stage, I'm like, oh, that's even weirder. Tesco Asda says big all 234M. Oh, definitely Tesco. For some reason, like, I guess it's like the south of the UK just doesn't have many Asdas. I would love to go to an Asda sometime, but I still have not gone like. I think I've been to like a small Asda. I've never been to a full-on Asda though. I would love to try it. I bet that there is. I bet it's a nice store, but I don't know because there's no Asda near me. It's a tragedy. But we call that a case. What WTF school did you go to? No, it's a common thing, right? Like I thought I was alone, but I've heard so many people with like similar enough stories, and it makes me realize that again, it's that thing where if you're at that age and you're like, oh, you know, I'm glad someone just gets me. There's a chance it's true, but it's also a chance that person is like eternally a teenager, and that's especially a thing you see on YouTube, like appealing to, you know, like I think the biggest audience of, you know, people you can pick up. Like if you look at the very biggest gaming YouTubers, of course the biggest single group of fans is going to be like early teenager, because like that's when you just suddenly get a lot of time. You want to start developing interests, they're unique, etc., etc. But you still don't have, like, you're not busy enough that like there's no time left remaining because you have a job. Like you're a person, you can make decisions and feel interesting, etc. And so even just seeing like, you know, YouTubers alter their like thing to be down, you're like, oh yeah, I'm cool. Cause it's like, no, there's a whole category of people. There's this weird like in between phase where like you finally got most of the brain you need to get there, but you're not. And then you might think like, oh, you know, because it's the most common thought in the world, like, oh, no one gets me, man. Like, I wish people would just understand what the scoop is here. Also, your pickaxe is gonna break, says Cadence Bunno. I don't think that's true. My pickaxe is never gonna break. My pickaxe is immortal, I agree. Jotaro Kujo. But what is a Longboi? Can someone answer? This is a Longboi, my man. If you don't know about it, you should click the link down below, because boy, is that a great place to find Longboys. Most of the brain. It's like it really is like, again, so some people say oh yeah, I love talking to children, like they're so interesting. No. Adults are humans, like adults are children, but like without all the, and it's interesting because you expect so little. And I think there's like a lesser version of that for teenagers. Like when you speak to a teenager, like they've got things and opinions, but they don't have like the experience to back up in certain places. That's like where people find that's where people sometimes find it uninteresting. But like sometimes you find someone where it's like, wow, you're super aware for X age. But it's like it always comes to that caveat for X age.
My boy is simping his merch. Dollar bill y'all. Every time you say Longboi, I think of a tall boy, which is a 24-ounce beer can in America. Most tall boys are made by brewers of shitty beer. Here is your allowance.
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much, Pookie Hams. Second of all, I love your way around the swear limitations on super chats, high quality. Third of all, I didn't realize Tallboy was an actual name for them. So I went to Vegas and like one of my favorite things is hearing people refer to their drinks as tall boys, because I thought it was like they were being like memey, like, oh, it's a tall boy, because like this can right here is a normal can, fun fact, but then you get like tall boys that are like this big, like 500 ml. I guess you said 24 ounce. That sounds probably the same as 500. Wait, that can't be true. It's probably a lot more than 500. But yeah, I was amazed to hear that was a real thing in my America times. But children can watch, grow, and learn, but not like their intelligent opinions or things like that. Yeah, it's like I think it's cool because the most valuable thing we do as humans, to me, is learning. We can look at some we can the fact that we change ever is kind of cool. There's a big survival bias in changing in the long, like there's a lot of reasons why, you know. Is the world not perfect right now compared to where you want it to be? What's the scoop with that, huh? And, you know, like, the fact is, like, humans change on a time scale that's really unpredictable to humans. So seeing, like, you know, it's kind of like stem cells are so incredible because they can, like, replicate any cells in the body. You know, children are like the human version of that. Like, it's like, ooh, they can replicate almost any function they see in like a semi-impressive way. You know, like, if you ever heard like a child tell a joke, they have no idea how to do it. They've got the pacing wrong and everything. But the fact that they're trying, the fact that they want to tell this joke and they can get like the punchline down. But also thank you, Bukin Volk. But yeah, also thank you, Boogie Hams. I appreciate it. I love to see you here again. Also, God damn it.
Tuesday in it. Also, is
High
this for
quality.
the mountain?
So yeah, this is for the Netherrack mountain. I didn't realize that I'd need more than like 4 or 5 shulker boxes full of Netherrack. I thought that was more Netherrack than any sane human would ever need, and then I realized I was wrong. If I ever do like building a road in the Nether, like Super Chat build, you know, Toy Cat Taxes build a road again, we could do it that way. It'd be great. Am I okay? I'm going the right way. I saw some chat saying I was going the wrong way, and I was like, oh no. So where does are you left-handed or right-handed? Says Kiwi Blocks. I am right-handed. I genuinely thought left-handedness was like people being quirky and unique when I was younger. Cause like, you know, like they always need like special like scissors and like, oh, there's no special scissors. Guess I can't do the work. And I was like, oh, why didn't I say I was left-handed? Because I could use the left-handed scissors like on my right hand. Like there was no real downside to it. But because left-handed scissors was rarer to find, odds are you wouldn't have to do work. And it's like, oh, you lucky monsters. It's like I had a friend who had such terrible eyes. Like he had eyes so bad that he he couldn't see like basically anything without his glasses, and with his glasses he still couldn't see like with his glasses he still couldn't see well. I don't know how you can get eyes that bad, but apparently he had them. And so he needed a camera that could point at the blackboard, and then he would like use that in his classes. Like in my opinion, he probably just had like an overprotective mother who was like, "Oh, my boy deserves the best. He deserves that." But somehow he had this like magic thing. Unpopular opinion, but left-handed scissors are easier to use, nicer to use than your right hand. I agree. Yeah, I love opportunities to not do. I love opportunities to not do things people tell me. You know what? My whole life, I don't like the fact that there are people that arbitrarily have the ability to tell me what I can and cannot do. You know, Minecraft is the only game that gets me, that understands that, you know, maybe someone shouldn't tell me what I can and cannot do. Maybe that's a problem, huh? Minecraft gets me, and you know, it's a shame that other things don't. IBX if you simp for Longboi, can I simp for you? Says Stall the Undefeated. You know what? You can simp for me. Do you know what the best way to simp for me is? Do you know what the best way is? You know what it is. Go to makeshift. It's linked down below. Get yourself a. It wiggles. I love doing that, honestly.
Can you notice me? I love your content, and all I want is for you to say a simple hello to me. Please and thanks. Again, love the content and keep it up.
Hey Bukin, I read your previous message, but hello Bukin, how's it going? You having a good day? I hope it's a good day. I'm glad you like the video so much. I've been having a particularly good time with it recently on the YouTube, so I'm glad you're liking it on your end. Like I guess like it's a weird metric to like measure yourself by, but I feel particularly good when I know that like coming up we have when there's like really good videos coming up on the channel, because I know like, oh, people are gonna love those. It's that thing I was mentioning about self-worth. Yes, like the other day. Like sometimes knowing that there's a thing that the world likes, and you know, on social media is always telling you, you made a good thing, great, now do the next thing. So it's always good when you know, oh, the next thing people are gonna like. The next, you know, like, and knowing you've got like a chain of it. So I'm working on like 3 videos right now, kind of simultaneously. That I'm like, oh, like, you know, like finally, realm experiment's coming back, with a really dumb realm experiment. If there's a long boy, where's a short boy? The short boy was sold earlier this year. Never again though, never again. If only there was a way you could get your hands on one, huh? Because there's not. So I'm gonna put my. Okay, we got a Netherrack chest, which is great. We got a place for this. I don't have a magma cream chest, which I probably should. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And then we're gonna also put the item frames away, as well as like some random garbage over in the house over here. Also, thank you very much for the tip. I want to see it. I didn't see it. I'm gonna see it now. I'm loving the craziness on today's stream. Also, I wanna wait. I'm gonna find it. Mystic Rainbow Dragon just bought a Longboi. Can't believe it's been a year since last streamers. Has my ticket tax already been that overdue? You know what? I can't believe you managed to evade it for a year. We do a December to December payment plan over here, which I really enjoy. But you know what? That's the greatest thing about the toy cat tax. It's entirely the payment schedule's flexible. You know. Actually, here's an interesting thing. The tax. So this isn't our like UK wide tax, but the tax on my like local area. Every local area in the UK has a small tax, and my local area. I think this is everyone's. I haven't heard of anyone who doesn't have this. You pay in 10 months, so you pay February to November, and that way in December, you know, month where you have the most expenses, you're saving like £100 because you're not paying whatever it is in tax. It's more than 100 for most people. It can be as high as like 200 a month. And then also in January there's nothing. And it's like, you know what? That's like a fun way of doing things. Like it's the same amount of money, and human psychology says like, it probably shouldn't matter therefore. You know, money is fungible, but we don't see it that way. Like the classic economic things is like, if someone gifts you $100, that feels so much better than if you start, you know, you earn $10 a week more for 10 weeks. It's like a $100 gift you'll spend on something fun that you'll love. Whereas if it's like, you know, the gift example, it'll be like, oh yeah, I'll you know, if you earn $10 more, it's like, I guess I'll just buy that, you know, you put it towards some bill or something. It'll be lost in that. I had a friend who recently moved out from his
I'm good. You just made my day by saying one word. Have a good day, for this will be my last donation for this stream. I be live. Anyways,
You be live?
Again, have an awesome day. May send one more though, but bye.
No, so first of all, you know, Bukin Volk, I'm glad I could help any amount of your day. That's always something I like to hear. But I'm gonna grab another shulker box actually, just to be safe while I'm here. But I wanna go ahead and say that it's cool to make anything. It's cool to make anyone's day any amount, let alone some good amount. And I wanna say that first of all, I might send one more why. It just sounded really dramatic. So Cat Simtax, thank you Shinkuria. How are you doing today, Shinkuria? I hope you're doing good. If you're not doing good, you should be doing good. You know what's stopping you? Yesterday you said today, to tomorrow you say today. You know, do it or whatever the line is meant to be. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna clear up the inventory a little bit, and then we're gonna go put away the Netherrack, and then we're gonna grab some stone and just like extend the walkway a little bit. It's always a fun little project to come back to. Like, this is one of those dumb projects I recommend almost for everyone. Why are Longboys priced in dollars if you're British? Says Steal the not so undefeated anymore. Here is a fun fact for you. Even though I'm British, I've never been, okay, with very few exceptions where a British company has paid me, I'm always paid in American dollars, because if it's an American company paying me, they pay you in dollars. If it's a company from another country, they'll pay you in dollars, unless it's a Eurozone country that's like really insistent that they use euros. Sometimes you get paid in euros. It's almost always dollars. The way the global marketplace works is it's dollar based, which actually is there's a lot of problems of why and how, and like there's a lot of boring problems of how that is that I won't dive into right now.
There are griefing hackers on your realm. Frown.
I wonder, you know, I find that interesting because it's like what it clearly is like, you know, I put it out for members and like accidentally got some non-members on there, but it's always fascinating. Like, all you gotta do is, because it's like a specific subset of people on there, it's easy to fix. Longboi advertisement time. What's that? Has it been a while since I advertised the Longboi? This won't do it all. No, it won't. That's right. Oh, wait, actually, I think I have a shulker box already full of stone. Oh god, I really do. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll keep this for my stuff, and then we'll just take out a shulker box full, in addition to a bunch of stone. And now we can do our magic. But what's your everyone's opinion on unsolicited FaceTime calls from anyone outside family / significant others? I think phone calls are the worst part of the phone. I think anyone... Michelle, I should be able to fix it after the stream. Honestly, I got people who are good at that anyway. It's it's this funny thing that, like, as soon as I leave a realm, it's like, okay, someone's gonna come in here and play around with the thing. It's crazy. It's interesting. It's this, like, power of, like, a part of the internet that's... Oh, wait, actually, I'm gonna go this way, just see what we can find this way. But, yeah, so global internet's, like, the internet, like, has, like, a global market. The global market is generally done in dollars. The reason why is really complex, but it can come down to, like, America is the world's economic superpower and is, the largest trader, etc., etc., etc. And it's had a pretty stable currency for a while. And the system, like, one of the benefits of the system of government... Oh, we didn't get more pickaxes. There we go. That's a key thing I forgot about. Like, a lot of people hate how the American government is slow to move for certain things. Like, there's a lot of, like, democratic checks and balances, blah, 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 blah. Which, it's like, it's bad for fast moving most of the time. But it has the really big benefit of meaning, like, a lot of countries trust the American markets. Like, if you had 1,000 Turkish lira 20 years ago, how much do you think that, like, and, like, assuming the dollar is, like, a good measure, 1,000 lira to dollars, if you did that, okay, so if you did that 12 years ago, you'd have $850.
One of my last ones. One more after this, but the GDHDBDH Netherrack. That just hit different XD. Well, bye for now. Might do another in a little bit.
I love this, like, non-committal, like, goodbye for now. Unless I do another one. I might do another one, but unless I do, goodbye for now. No, it's, I'm glad you're having a good stream. Bukin Volk. Also, good to see you, Funcat1. But to answer the favorite currency question, my favorite physical currency is, again, I really love the Danish. I like the Norwegian crown a little bit more, maybe. Yeah, I love the crown currency. Swedish is pretty cool as well. They definitely score pretty highly for me. As far as, like, my favorite currency because it's iconic, I love the pound. Especially now we've got paper notes. The Canadian dollar is a lot of fun too. I have this 10 Canadian dollars of the Queen on it. Just chilling here. Wait, if the Queen's not on this. Damn it, the Queen is specifically not on this. I always intend to replace that with another note. I actually bought Canadian dollars once just to make a second channel video. Like, I hadn't been to Canada yet. I was just like, I need the dollar. I think I wanted to smell it for maple syrup. And I think I fell for the rumor that it does in fact smell like maple syrup. Which, fun fact, now you know, not true. You've been tricked as well. You've been tricked just like me. Unless you don't believe it, in which case you haven't been tricked. Wow, look how smart you are. But you know, the only way you can really avoid tricking is if you, just like the other 98 people now, get yourself a Longboi. You know what the Longboi will do? He'll never trick you. Longboi does not believe in tricking his favorite stuff. But yeah, so if we look at the dollar as a baseline, because the dollar's been pretty stable over the last, honestly, like 70 years. If you compare other currencies, you can see how much they fluctuate. So Turkish lira, if you had 1,000 Turkish lira, it would have been worth $850 12 years ago. Now it's worth $128. It lost 700% of its value. Wait, I guess that'd be like 83% or something if you do it that way. But like, it lost a lot of value very quickly. Oh, thank you so much, Snake Sliver. So Cat, this is my tax. I'm begging you to play Schoolhouse Rock. Taxman Max. Oh, because my girlfriend's American, she made me watch a Schoolhouse Rock episode. I think it was like, I'm just a bill. Something about Capitol Hill. And then it's a bill sitting on, if you would believe it, Capitol Hill. I'm going to mine this whole cave out a little bit more, I think. Like, if I need the Netherrack anyway, I might as well do some real nearby projects first, and then we'll move on. Thank you very much, mgarland19, for becoming a channel member. Welcome to the club. Was that a sneaky response to my member realm suggestion? From one, Jack Cuff says, from 1 to 10, how nice is it to hug the Longboi? Also drink water. Every stream, I fill up this fish bowl with water, and I'm like, yeah, I'll drink the whole thing. And I never do. I should like measure how much liquid is in here. One time we should do like, let's go crazy. Let's drink all the water in the stream. How do you get so many effects from my beacons, says Australian? I've got 6 beacons and mega beacon, if you will. It was one of those projects I figured like, you know what? I have to do it eventually. But unpack your adjectives. Don't tell me what to do. I don't have money to pay taxes. That's the cool thing about the Toy Cat taxes. It's a very progressive taxation system where we don't take money without your permission, and instead it's entirely voluntary. Do you like the stream? You can say it's okay. Do you like the stream and want to pay? You can. Do you like the stream and think nah, would rather not? Feel free not to. That's the choice you have available to you. Are you gonna be guilted? No. The only thing I'm gonna guilt you for is not buying a Longboi. It's dirt. Look at his face. Tell him you're not taking him home with you. Can you do that? Can you do that? You can't do that. No one can do that. Not unless you're a heartless monster, at least. So yeah, we're gonna go down here because this is where a lot of my Netherrack needs to be mined from. So we're gonna like flight, and we're gonna. I guess we should mine, yeah, a little bit around here too. So that's like, I'm gonna fall down if I'm not careful. I'm gonna fall down if I am careful. Just also if I'm not. So again, tax, the only optional tax. I'm a big proponent. Like one of my favorite ideas is like, no one feels good about paying tax. Very few people feel good about paying tax. And that's like such an easy thing to fix. Like you just have to make people feel like they're getting more benefits than downside, right? And it's one of the things that so few people address. They're just like, yep, we're gonna take this from them, we're gonna take this from them, and we'll use that to buy our stuff. And it's like, what if instead it was like, what if we made people want to pay? People like paying the Toy Cat tax because they show up on screen. They know that like it allows the channel to go on. Basically, financial security for a YouTuber means that they can continue doing the things that they are doing for a longer time without having to, feel like the outside world's coming to crush them. That's a nice thing, right? Do you think I should mine this area out? I don't know if I should. Let's see if I've done it anywhere up there. Oh, I guess this has to be soul sand at some point. Huh? Yeah, I guess we'll mine all of that. So yeah, this is my boat ladder if you haven't seen it. Very handy little tool. Basically allows me to climb super fast. I used to have a minecart ladder, but that was before... Oh god, minecart ladders. Minecart ladders are such a pain and they break so easily in Bedrock compared to Legacy Console. So we kind of stopped those. I'm dumb. I have a gymnastics competition and I just slipped and sprained my wrist. You're not an old man. You didn't sprain your wrist. One of the sad things about even being 20 is how much things hurt. When I hurt myself before, it would hurt in the moment and then it'd be gone. I have a single digit number of times in my life that I've hurt myself for more than a couple days at a time. Craziest thing about being even just 25, now clearly some things are starting to age, some things are weak from all that time or whatever. I don't know what it is, but I'm starting to if I stress myself, extenuate, what's the word? If I strenuously climb, I right now I went climbing on Wednesday. It's been what, 4 days? My forearm this hurts. It's tender is the word. Sore. It's weird. It's weird when your body changes because I don't see myself as my body. I think some people do, but I see myself as the pilot of this this mech suit. This meat suit, I guess, is a better phrase. I'm walking around this pile of meat. I send the signal to my arm and it goes up. And the things that are most impressive are things that come from the brain. Actually, here's a controversial opinion. I think the most attractive thing someone can do for you, the most meaningful thing someone can do for you, it's not just, oh yeah, you I don't know, you are very attractive because you were born with good genetics and therefore your parents, by pure chance you happen to be attractive and therefore I like that you're giving me attention. No, I like oh yeah, you are doing a thing that shows your niceness so much. Rather than also, we should stop this from happening. I feel like, that's that doesn't mean as much because that's just, oh yeah, your meat suit that you happen to pilot is very attractive. That's great, but it doesn't really help me. Also, there's a problem if I like look at the glass pane, it gets really hard to do stuff here. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like also I think because of all the ghasts that are spawning now, we're probably gonna have to like enclose that farm, right? We're gonna run into some serious issues. It's letting them lick your eyeballs. See, right? Okay, think about that. That shows the consistency, despite the absurdity in what I'm saying to some people. Because, like, you know, saying if someone lets you lick their eyeball, that's not a thing that like people just do for anyone. That's not a thing they want to do. That's a thing they're doing to show, like, oh yeah, I'm putting your needs, you know, like I'm putting our collective relationship above my. You can have an entire relationship that consists not of any, you know, trading, but just like beneficial person-to-person sharing. But like, you know, even a lot of people think like, oh, you know, someone just because someone's affectionate to you doesn't mean they like you. It just means it's like what they're feeling in that moment. But if someone's like thought it through and they're like, you know what, even though I don't want my eyeball licked, I'll do it for you. Sure, I'm willing to. See, right? And that's why. What do you do? First date, kiss them on the nose. What do you do second date? Lick the eyeball. Boom. Toy Cat's dating advice. Glad to help you out, chat. Thank you for your late night entertainment during lockdown, the live streams. When is the next speedrun or challenge stream? Yeah, I want to do a challenge stream before I do another speedrun. I think I've just killed speedrunning myself for a little bit. Like, I just want to take a break so I enjoy it when I next get back. Like, I like being within reasonable reach of a run, and I just haven't felt that about the random seed for a while. Maybe because we're like hoping for such a unlikely feeling run. So if anyone wants a Longboi, the link is in the description. Wait, let's see if we passed 100. We're on 98 the last time I refreshed. We're on 99 out of 100. Anyone out there right now, I urge you. It is your civic duty. I mean, civic duty is something else. But your civic duty is not that other thing you might think it is. Your civic duty is to buy a Toy Cat plush. Link down, Toy Cat Longboi even. Link down below. It's like a plush, but it's long. Think about the amount of things you can do with it. You can hug it. You can take it on road trips. You can hug it on road trips. You can take it on hug trips. You can road it on take trips. There's just all the options available. There's just all of them available. So also Turbo says gotta go buy best of the Longboys to you. Thank you. Retry the no mining or crafting challenge on stream, please. The problem is I don't know, like I want to like try a weird fun challenge. Like honestly, I like the item roulette thing as an example. Maybe it should be like you can use 5 items for the entire run. Hey, thank you, Pincer Prod. Like, wouldn't it be fun if you had like? Tell me if you like this idea, chat. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Welcome to the club. And also thank you for paying the ticket tax, Maxidia. I didn't mention that, and you know what? More people should be favorable of that. I want to go ahead and also mention, by the way, that like just as an interesting side note here, I guess. You know, I'm always scared about these like things that just poke out here. Should we make a ceiling here? Let's not have a ceiling. Let's just have side rails. That way we can always get out if we need to, but also get back in. So thank you, Jerry Giordano. What a fun name you have. Thank you for paying the Toy Cat tax. See, in the Toy Cat tax, there's no caring about increments. Like, obviously, you get more benefits when you pay. I think it's 10 for text to speech, and if you do 99 cents on YouTube, it doesn't show a message. You know, there's like different benefits or whatever from that. But it's mostly like, oh yeah, you support a streamer. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter the amount, but like that's not the primary thing that matters, in my opinion. Any tips of preventing restartitis? I feel like I said something terrible there. I'm not even that sure. So you can pretend you're hugging Toy Cat by hugging your Longboi. Exactly. That is my new service I am definitely offering. Okay, this time I'm gonna do it. Damn it! What is happening with these? Okay, this time. I think he's just too close for me to do this, like effectively. She is too close. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna not let the ghast hurt me anymore. Just gonna place all of this. Any stone brick placed base material can't be exploded. Fun fact. So there's nothing she can do to hurt me, especially when I do that. Boom. There we go. She's gone now. problem is 100% out there. Oh, we hit 101. Hey, I'm so hyped. I bought the 100th Longboi, as you said, 99 had been sold. Here's some more money since I haven't spent enough. When your Longboi comes, there will be 0 regrets. That is my 100% guarantee. My Toy Cat Prismarine promise. Prismarine's really good, you see. And that's why people make promises out of it. Yeah, if we were going to fly somewhere, it wouldn't be on this side. So what we're going to do... Man, these fires are so annoying. I know they'll go out by themselves, eventually. Doesn't make it not annoying, though. But yeah, thank you very much, Jessica Forsyth. Hope you're having a great day. But yeah, I think, like, there's a lot of times in life where you need mandatory payments. And it's interesting how easily you can make something bad feeling into something good feeling. Like, you know, I don't know. When you fly with an airline and they're like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a fee for that. This like, you know, there's a fee for carry-on bags in certain airlines now. That feels like garbage because you don't expect it. It's like it's there. But like, if you instead make the ticket $35 more expensive, and then you give people a $35 discount for not bringing their bag, people are like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Next challenge: how many times in a set time can you beat Minecraft? That's actually a fun idea, Mystical Gamer Mum. I think that would be a really fun... I think that would be the best way to actually... that'd be a really good way to compare speedrunners. Like, have free... Give them a time... Like, say, you got to complete Minecraft twice. So that way, if one random seed is particularly good, it won't affect everything. Or you know, like, I guess the best way would be, like, 5 times in a row. I think the problem is like... Certain seeds make it like a whole nightmare to beat Minecraft all the way. But I like the idea of like, yeah, let's set like... It'd have to be 4 hours because like, I'd say 2 hours a run isn't like horrifically unreasonable an estimate. And if we get lucky, we could turn that into free runs. That could be a lot of fun, I think. Longboi went. Maybe like, we'd have to... I guess 3 hours actually is probably the most reasonable. Because then that's like, can we beat Minecraft twice in 3 hours? Or if we're really lucky, because we can do it in under an hour. Can we do it 3 times? No, we wouldn't get 3 times. We'd have to get really lucky for that. But then it's just how can we beat Minecraft twice in an hour? And there's no fun in that. If we did set seed, we could do it a lot of times, I guess. Maybe it has to be like a different seed each time. That could be a fun way to control it, right? But yeah, I like there's a challenge, Mystical Gamer Mum. Thank you for the ticket. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And if your day is not wonderful, you know what? Fix that. You know, I don't just wish people wonderful days under the impression that they do. That is an order, I tell you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a we're gonna fix this by stacking up a bunch, and then doing the same thing we did. Actually, no, we could just put it in a bucket, right? No, we're gonna leave it there. It's a nice source of light. So now we need to go like a few blocks down. Oh god, this is a nightmare. Okay, so we need to place a block there, and then there. There we go. And now we can remove this little stem that comes off the side. Oh, Christ! Today we learned there's lava here. Oh, that's just from the overflow. And now we can fix that. And now I fix one of the bigger issues in the Nether. But I still retain that old Nether charm. So, why don't you use a bow and arrow? I don't believe in using a bow and arrow in Minecraft. It's a weird thing. Like, when you've got a long-term world, I think the effort of maintaining a bow, even a mending bow, doesn't, like... And also the fact that it takes 2 inventory slots instead of 1 makes it not worthwhile. Like, if infinity bows didn't require any arrows held, I think I would probably keep that. But even then you don't get mending, and then you feel like every time you're using a bow, it's a waste, you know? Yeah, that's how it feels to me. Okay, so let's put a last block there. Let's mine this block. And there we go. Nice and safe. Keep this going. Why is there... Okay, this is fine. For your very own Toy Cat Longboi plush, go to the link in the description. That's right. You want one of these? I know you do. I know you secretly think, wow, if only I could have Longbois. Do you want it round your neck? Yeah, you do. You want to hug it? Yeah, you do. You want to put it on the side of perhaps a plane while you're there? You can. Do you want to just put it on a little bed? Do you want to put it on a mantelpiece, display it? You can do that. Do you want to play with it? It's like a caterpillar. Flies off screen. Why can't I buy the Longboi in Serbia? If there's like, I'd be surprised if you couldn't buy it in Serbia. You should, tweet make ship, and they'll let you know what the issue is, and they should be able to fix it if it's fixable. Again, this is a company. It's actually a Canadian company that are making these things. So if you like Canada, you know, one way to support Canada is to buy Toy Cat merch. You heard it here first. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing here, where we just leave the lava flowing into a little place. I think fixing as much of the lava flows as we can in this world, probably a good way to make the Nether a better place. Like, lava's fine, but it's really ugly when it flows a certain way, right? Fix the flows, that's my message. So this lava, same thing, just block there, and then block. We don't even need the second block, we just place it there. But then it feels weird that we're missing that one, so we'll make sure we get rid of that. We'll just leave one here. And then like, oh lord. Yeah, let's get out there. Let's skedaddle. I wonder why lava slows down mobs so much. Like, it's useful for the Ender Dragon one cycle technique right now too. But I wonder why that is. Okay. Ignoring all the death, things are going well. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's get back to mining Netherrack. You know what? The title of the stream needs to say correct. And oh, what else is the title of the stream? What does it say up there, chat? Can you read that out for me? And you want me to simp for the Longboi? I mean, I guess if I must. I guess if it's required from me, you know, like, what can I do? What can I do otherwise? So allow me to introduce you to the Longboi. He's long. He's a boy. Do you want him? We are currently at 102 out of 400 of these things. And like I said at the beginning, like, it's scary, the limit that like needs to exist to have this be a thing. If you're curious, if they don't exist, they just refund. There's no downsides or anything for you. But if you wanna at the very least help them exist for everyone else, get yourself a Longboi now. Longboi, 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 Longboi. Lava's my worst enemy. It's hard to get out of, and your items burn when you die. Yeah, lava and the end are the two worst deaths in Minecraft. I think that's what makes the Nether and the end so terrifying, is that they contain, the two death methods that are like, yeah, there's no coming back from those. It's just GG for you if you make those mistakes. But yeah, the downside is sadness. The only downside is sadness. Yeah, we are pre-recorded. This whole live stream is pre-recorded. You wouldn't even know it. It's sad. Like, one of the things that makes me sad is how many people have to ask that on live streams. Like, is this pre-recorded or live? Because I think streamers who, like, you know, I get, like, oh, it's clever. It's a way to stream when you're not there. But the distrust that it's caused amongst audiences who trust that when YouTube says it's a live stream, they know it's a live stream. Like, it's like, here's a fun thing, right? YouTube has lots of functions. Like, you can upload a video, and then it will display that as if you've uploaded a video, right? I left for a little bit. What did I miss?
I left for a little bit. What did I miss?
I simped for the Toy Cat plush, and then I fixed some lava. Mostly it's fine though. Mostly it's fine. Yeah, it's like YouTube assumes if you upload a video, you've uploaded a video, and that sounds like obvious. But you can upload a video that's not there to be a video, but instead it's like, I'm live now on Twitch. That so many YouTubers used to upload videos every time they were live, being like, I'm live, come check it out. Or another example is making a video that just has text on screen, being like, oh yeah, you can do this. Because the only way to notify your subscribers used to be that. Now we have community posts, which is kind of that. Like, hey, do you want to learn about a thing? Here's community posts. If you post something, people will probably hear about it. Maybe. We don't know for sure. Yeah, it's kind of crazy in that way. I wish these were pre-recorded. I think I could do a much better job. Every now and then I get like mildly distracted, and I'm like, okay, I can fix that if I'm doing like a pre-recorded version of this. In live streams, I'll go on a whole like, 20-minute rant about like, why don't we make it so if you have to pay for something, it's good. And everyone's like, you know what, this isn't an issue I have all the time. But it's, like making people feel good. It's one of those like, simple goals to have that like maybe we don't appreciate enough.
quite
Oh my
knew
god.
this, but save the best for last.
Thank you so much, Bookin' Valk. I'm really glad that you you enjoy the videos. Apparently that amount. That is wild to see, and thank you for the toy cat tax. See, you know, I hope you feel good right now. If you don't feel good, you know, that's a real shame. There's ways to fix that too. But it's like I've always felt that obviously there's like hard and fast things that need to exist, that need to like, you know, sometimes need to be mean. But it's also like, you know, you could make the thing, trying to make something that hurt as little as possible seems like a good idea. You know when you get a needle in your arm, a lot of people are gonna get vaccinated soon, huh? There's gonna be a needle jabbed into your arm, filled with microchips. I'm joking. Man, it's the worst because like I could totally see someone with my personality traits being like a super conspiracy theorist. Like, it's like, you know, like the people you relate to or don't relate to. It's always an interesting, eclectic combination. Pre-recorded, but you're magically guessing the Longboi sales. It's gonna be 103 when I next refresh. 103, yeah, I could have pre-recorded that. Why am I even doing this live? What is even the point? What is even the point? Do you want to see how many Longboi sales there are? You just have to go to makeship.com. It's linked down below, and you can see how many Longbois exist. It's exciting. It's really exciting. Red Cross is ran by Jack Dracula. I love that. I love that conspiracy drunk wizard. That's a fun one. I like that one a lot. But yeah, I wanna do some survival challenges. Chat. I want to hear your ideas for like what fun survival challenges do you have in your mind? Because I also want to do like, can you beat Minecraft like style stuff? Oh, this is in the wrong place. You know, that's fine. Let's do a different tunnel design over here for no good reason. For no good reason. This just expands this way. There we go. Now it looks intentional. Now it looks like I wanted that to happen. Hey, thank you, 7 Corridom. Thank you for paying the toy cat tax, my friend. By the way, my last name is Buchenvolk. It makes
BTW, my last name is Buchenvolk and makes a new sound. How you are gonna pronounce that though?
It's a new sound. Ooh. Anyone who have a complex name, I've always wanted to know. Can you beat Minecraft without jumping? Man, that video, that was such a dumb video too, but it started this whole thing. It's one of like the videos like I credit with like my revival of being able to do YouTube. Still. Because like the trend lines were bad before that. And then I realized people like that. You know, like it's another realization on YouTube. Like YouTube has the same rules that apply to all of life about like specialization. You want to see someone do something they're good at. You don't want to see people do things that are like mediocre at. This is why if you're not into what is the game called with the suspicious characters and the voting people off, Among Us. If you want to play Among Us and you're not interested in it, it's not exciting. Like the advice that I always heard on YouTube was like, oh, if you're not, you know, if you're not excited or happy, people will hear it or show through. And I always thought like, well, that's not true. I mean, that no one can tell the difference between like my excitement and my not. I'm sure.
Close enough.
Buchenvolk. Buchenvolk. Buy in bulk? I don't know. I'm trying my best. Beat Minecraft as a carnivore. See, that seemed pretty easy actually. Beating Minecraft, but you can't breathe. I would love to do a blindfolded run of Minecraft. I think that's like the dumbest idea that I totally want to attempt. We should do a whole stream of it maybe. That can only go well, right? That can only go well. Yeah, I want to get some like January videos piled up because I've got plans to like. I'm gonna be incredibly busy during like most of January. I'm learning to drive if you don't know, but I don't want to do the whole like I'm gonna learn to drive one lesson a week over the course of a year. I want to do like 3 hours a day over the course of like 3 weeks. I want to like go from I only understand what I've seen as a passenger to I'm now legally. Like, you know, it's the dumbest thing. I just want to have a piece of paper that says I can drive cars. And apparently that takes like a month of work. You know, is it so much to ask for that not to be the case? The answer is yes, but it shouldn't be maybe. Also, thank you very much to Spring Willow. Bought a Longboi as a birthday present for myself. This is my... Oh, wait, sorry, wrong one. I ordered IBX Longcat from a Facebook advert. There's no way there was a Facebook ad for the Longboi. No way. I'd love to see it if so. Brought a Longboi as a birthday present for myself. Also, first Twig attacks. Thanks for the fun content. You're welcome, Spring Willow. Thank you for showing up. And thank you for the tip. It means a lot to me. You've got a really fun name. Honestly, names... One of the best bits about my job, you know, like I say, like, oh, it's being able to play Minecraft, do the things I love with survival, inspire other people, etc. Like, I like those things. Best bit about what I do is seeing names. Like, man, your name is really Spring Willow. Like, you know, you're a willow from the spring. It's like, you know, Summer Oak. Also a valid name, right? I had someone email me, and their name was Dallas, Texas, because, like, their father's name was Texas, which is a common enough last name, right? Like, Brass, Texas. My name's John, Texas. Also, thank you very much. We can vote as long as it's not pronounced valid. You know what? People who add letters to people's names, who can't even imagine doing that. Definitely would never. Definitely would never. Also, the number of ghasts that are spawning is, like, genuinely a hazard. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. So, yeah, I think fun names. You know, chat. Let's see your names. I want to see your names. Like, type a comment. Tell me what you think about the Longboi, and I'll read out your names and I'll find the fun names here. Like, even Tony Die.
I trained an AI on transcripts from your speed runs. Now I can write my own, although I'm not sure putting a horse in a furnace really is a fun fact, or that the Nether is a communist flavor of ice cream.
You know what? The Nether is a communist flavor of ice cream. Tell me it's not, chat. Tell me it's not. Beating Minecraft, but you're only allowed to eat beetroot soup. See, right, that's why I think it'd be fun. Like, try and beat Minecraft, but then you have, like, a randomizer that picks one weapon you're allowed. So it might be the gold sword, it might be the trident. You get one food, might be golden carrots, might be beetroot soup. So we got, let's look at some names here. We got Victoria Haynes. We got Louis Barbera. You know what? Barbera is, like, almost fun, but not quite there. We, Matt Burger, my last name is... See, right, your last name is Burger. It's like, can I have the Matt Burger? Wait, can I quickly take Matt Burger for a second? And I was gonna look at you a little bit funny. Oh, Matt! I just realized, I had an email from an important company with a name that sounds like Matt that I really should have replied to by now. Really should have replied to that by now. When it comes to email, I've got this, like, attitude of, like, you know, it's a form of torture that I want to avoid at all times. And yeah, I would honestly argue email is a form of self-harm. Email is genuinely a form of self-harm that the world just expects from you. It's like, you know, it's the same thing with answering phone calls. Like, who wants to do it? No one wants to do it. Anytime something's, like, needed from you, anytime you want something from someone else, you phone call them. If they need something from you, they make it really easy. Like, oh, you want to pay us? There's a form on our website just for that. Because, you know, they know that they can get more of the thing. You know, whatever. Jeff Watkins, I'd love to see your transcript that is AI trained or whatever. That sounds like a lot of fun. And also, I'm going to send you the screenshot on Twitter, okay? Sounds good, sounds good. Okay, we've got a wider thing now, so I can go through, kill this ghast. Fire one more of these. I'm going to run out of fireworks, I'm not careful. So let's get back to the mining. We were here to mine, and I intend to mine. Speaking of things I intend to do, wow. Look at that title. Is it time for Toycat Longboi Simp time again? I'm going to just leave it back here. Actually, it's kind of hard to find. It's so long that it's hard to find a place while playing Minecraft. Like, I put it in my arms here. Rock it like a baby. I think the neck idea is the best, though. Like, you know, okay, there. Well, I'll leave it facing forwards. There we go. Look how adorable this is. Okay, there we go. Nice. Look at that. Nailed it. This is flawless. Phone calls on extra ways of torturing introverts. Right? That's literally someone thought, you know what? There are people in the world that I would like to make. Being more reachable is great if you're extroverted, but it's like, you know, there is this mandatory device. You can't live life without a phone anymore. You might think, oh yeah, you can. You can't enter a lot of countries without a phone. You can't order food at a restaurant without a phone anymore. You know, like, phones are like a mandatory part of life. Oh yeah, this is working. Would you like one of these? You know where you can get one. Link down below. 20% off. You know, it's a great deal anyway. This Longboi, look how much. If you divide the length per cost, it's great value. But you know what's even better value is 20% off. Less than $30. Wow. You want to see it at the very least? You want to look at pictures? Link down below. Simp for Toy Cat Plush. Yeah, we have to remove these Netherrack blocks. I don't want Netherrack blocks, but we need to take them. And we probably should, like, on the side here, place some. We'll get around to it. You know, it's weird that I did the ones on the side first before the ones in the top. But you know, probably had a plan there. Probably had a plan. But yeah, no, it's like the fact that you need one of these things to live in society, and it makes you infinitely more reachable at all times. It's terrible. I don't want to be reached. I want to be in my own little bubble, and then I want to come out of that bubble 12 hours later. You know. I even hate. Okay, I sent the tweet. I'm Fusion, not the other person. Lol. I agree. You are not Buchenvolk. Buchenvolk. The plush face makes me happy. Drink water. The plush face should make you. If the plush face doesn't make you happy, you might be a serial killer. I'm not saying you are. Just saying you might be one. You know, like get tested. You know, it's never too early to test for serial killerness. Yeah, you'd be surprised at what you'd find out. But okay, finally we got more Netherrack to mine. It takes 2,000 blocks before we find more Netherrack. But once we're here, we can start taking advantage of it to the max. You know, we're gonna take advantage of this for a long time. A long boy time. Am I right? Okay, I'm gonna stop making those tangential jumps right there. I had someone once be really upset that I was promoting my map. They're like, I can't believe Toy Cat, you've been playing this map that you want to sell to people. And it's like, oh, I made a thing that I really enjoyed. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to. Again, it's an interesting thing about, like, some people do like you for. Let's put stone in here. Let's mix this up even more. It's mostly.
Yes, you said IT right. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, Buchenvolk. See, I'm smart and British. Everyone associates those two things as being the same, but let me assure you they're not. There's a lot of dumb people in my day-to-day life. And that's just my day-to-day life. Wait till you hear about my not day-to-day life. I guess we have to get our stone box out. We'll throw a few stone bricks in there, just to clear that out. But also we should put the shulkers in. Oh, and we also need to get rid of some gold swords. Again, these are issues for later. For now, let's run back this way, removing the ceiling. And yeah, so one of the things I really enjoy is like cooking for myself. It's a weird feeling, but like there's just odd like accomplishment when you're done. But it's weird because you don't want the, like there's so many processes like that feel so good when you're finished with them, but yet the process is still like, oh no, don't do this. I clean my office, like I tidy, clean. Like I've got a desk right here. I clear my desk out like twice a year, and it's so nice to have a clean desk. A clean desk is like a clean mind. A tidy desk is a tidy mind, maybe. But like I never do it. It's like, oh god, it's gonna be the worst thing in the world. And it's interesting because I wonder, like, at what point of experience do you learn that that's a thing? You know, that's like usually the thing that differentiates between, like, you know, like teenagers in the abstract sense and adults in the abstract sense, right? Like, oh yeah, some people, you know, life experiences change you as a person. We have ideas in our mind that are changed by contact to the outside world. In the same way that, you know, when you observe Schrodinger's cat, it actually changes. When will the Let's Play World be on the marketplace, this Castaway Gamer? Right now, again, it's weighing on some dumb, I think I mentioned the issues. It was literally, like, I'm not making fun of the process right here. This is genuinely what was holding it up. What was holding it up was there was a sign on the ground, and they said they could not release it with a sign being on the ground. I was like, okay, so we're gonna fix that. And now we're gonna go through the process, the whole thing again. It seemed a little bit arbitrary to me, but you know, gotta follow those rules. Gotta follow those rules. Beat Minecraft, but only staying in the chunk above the end portal room. Idea belongs to Cat. Oh, that's a fun one, Mother Russia. I like that one actually. Like, I guess you'd have to. The problem with it is like the Nether, you couldn't stay in one chunk. If you found a seed where you were like, but then those are like usually speedrunning seeds. That's the problem. I think, yeah, I wanna. I wish Bedrock had better like custom world functionality because I'd have a billion tiny little fun ones for that. Like, can we beat Minecraft on this, that, the other? Like, I don't think I've still beat Minecraft in an amplified world. Maybe that'd be fun. Is the end even amplified? I don't think it is. The Nether's not amplified even though I think about it. Oh lord. Okay, so let's place our safety rails in here. Always important to have safety rails. Oh god. But yeah, I like that idea a lot. Thank you, Russia. Anyone got any fun ideas? Like a sign placed down or just floating? There was a sign like on the ground like that. There was one sign because I'd broken it and then I thought I picked it up but I didn't. I was like, not okay. Honestly, the process of releasing Minecraft maps is the most soul-crushing thing in the world to me. Because, like, it's basic stuff, but it's also like, oh yeah, you know, just knowing that it's like, you know, some of the changes are really small and it's like, why? And some of the changes are really big and it's like, why? You know? Like, I have an attitude of like, generally speaking, you can trust people. Like, I've been trying to refine my worldview because, like, I generally speaking trust people to make. There's a lot of fields where you can give basically no restriction, and people do the right thing very often. They'll do it. You know, they'll do a good thing if you don't try and restrict them. If you try and restrict creativity, though, you generally end up making a worse job. You know, a lot of game developers are passionate about this theory that, like, you know, crunch is bad for games, or like, you know, like. There's a lot of things that are bad for games that like make sense on the business end, but not on the creative end. And so okay, everything's okay, everything's fine, and it's something I hear a lot of the time, but it's also you need to go on like some extreme when it comes to rules. You need to have enforceable rules that ensure, you know, like in the case of the marketplace, quality and standards or whatever, or you don't have those rules. You have no quality and standards, and you let the users decide. Either you're deciding or the user's deciding. Right now, it's a weird mix of both. There are some basic rules the marketplace are enforcing, and there are some rules that they're not. And those are the most important ones that will feel to people like they're being ripped off. And it's like, so why enforce anything at all? Why not trust me if that's what... You know, like, if there was this long sign-up process that was supposedly for trust building, then why are we looking if there's a single sign on the ground and denying an entire map and having to restart a whole process? Costing them a lot of money, by the way, because they have to have like dedicated map testers go through and retest it again once it goes through. It's like, would anyone have been like, I really like this map. Is there a sign on the ground? Oh, did I just pay $3 for this and there's a sign on the ground?
I went to high school with a dude named Mike Hunt. I am not kidding. We are on the same yearbook page cause our surnames start with the same letter.
See, I love that. I love wacky names because, like, obviously, like, you know, some people need to have them, but some people just have like such unfortunate names, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's no good. That is gonna every single conversation he ever starts is gonna have to start with that. Like, that is an asterisk on top of everything else that he goes with, you know. But yeah, I think when it comes to any form of enforcement, like, you know, the reason people hate like COVID enforcement is because it's all very strongly worded in particular areas and non-enforced. So it's like you can either trust people to do what they want or you can not. And you know, it's like, so what are you really doing when you say that you're going to enforce something and then you don't? And it's like you can start to undermine trust. If someone wants to do something and they don't understand why they can't, they're gonna keep doing the thing. And it, like, you know, like an example of this is like, I don't know, masks at one point were seen as like, oh yeah, this is dumb. This is definitely not useful. Like that was actual scientific advice being sponsored by governments. As like, yeah, you don't want to deal with that. And then they revealed later like, we were just saying that so we could buy it up. Now masks are mandatory everywhere. And I was like, ooh, I don't know about that one. Like that's.
Ed Fortes said, Minecraft, but you can only use the chunk you spawn in to get materials. This was all their idea, and he asked for somebody to super chat this. All credit to them.
Hey, thank you.
Do this.
Thank you for forwarding their idea. Any reason they wouldn't want a sign on the ground? It's something about like minimum standards. Which again, how does modern house meet the modern minimum standards? Apparently, they're mostly technical requirements, but it's like when there are some quality requirements. Like they didn't like. They didn't want to release a Let's Play World at all, and it's like, why not? It's like, people have been asking for this forever, and that's why I'm doing it, and they're like, you know? And so we had to fix some things with that. It's like, you gotta have standards, or you've gotta say you trust people. You can't say, we trust people, but also there are standards that we're gonna enforce. Those are mutually, it's like, oh yeah, I trust my girlfriend to never cheat on me. I check her text messages every day to make sure she doesn't. But I trust her to not to. It's like, so you don't trust people if you have to, you know, stare over their shoulder, making sure that they do the thing that you trust them, air quotes, to do. You know, that's what trust is, you know, it's not having to. Maybe being able to is fine. Maybe randomly every now and then, or not even every now and then, like if there's like some serious concern, you could abate it really easily. It's technically a lack of trust, but it's a thing. But like trusting people, but that, like, saying you trust people except then not trusting people is the worst. You don't build anything like that. You could, because you know you're claiming that it's a trust-based thing, and then you're not trusting the people. Whereas if you at least say, oh yeah, this isn't trust, this is just, you know, we're just checking, you know, like we're just you know, doing some key stuff because you might have missed it. Not because we don't. It's because you might have missed, but then it's kind of thrown off that way. Oh, look at the baby. I do love baby striders. They are adorable. If you don't love baby striders, you know what you might like? It's a Longboi. How long is it, I hear you asking? Wow, really long. Really, really long. If only there was a way you could describe this amount of length. So, have you heard about the Sinterklaas? Today is that day in the Netherlands. Oh, it's Sinterklaas Day. I have heard of Sinterklaas. There's a really offensive, like, what's his name? Like Black Pete or something. There's this really offensive, like, character that's, like, in the Netherlands. I personally, you know, I like the Netherlands a lot. Something I enjoy is just, like, all the quirky traditions. Like, a lot of the history, a lot of weird traditions we can, like, kind of owe to the Dutch. And I like that. Trusting people is the hardest thing, I think. I don't trust people anymore because all of them ends up with pain. See, right, that trust is, like, a hard, like, trust, you know, I'm personally a big... I think one of the most important things is like trust and loyalty. Like, it's one of the things I value most in people. I'm alone in that. I find it weird that I'm alone in that, but you know, I like that's fine. But when it comes to trust, I know it's hard to trust people sometimes in some situations or whatever. But I think sometimes that's what makes it worthwhile. Like if you put a lot of trust in a stranger, generally people do repay that. And there are circumstances where like people aren't good and you're like question like, so why are they not? Why are they betraying this on the reg? But generally speaking, you can end up pretty well. You're not alone in that, Izzy, or higher. You know, like, you say that, but at the same time, I don't know, man. I don't know. But, like, you know, there's a lot of evidence that says the contrary. And so I guess I think about it a lot, and it's like, yeah, building trust is hard. You know, you gotta do it slow, small steps. It's so much easier to break trust than it is to gain it. And as a company, like, it's hard for anyone to, like, even do that, because it's like, oh, how do you build trust with a company? How do you trust a monolith that is Microsoft? Like, someone at Microsoft can make a promise, and then someone else at Microsoft can break that promise on their behest. Because Microsoft itself is an organization of constantly revolving people. like the same people who were making the game and making comments about what they develop, 4 years ago when we switched to console, are not the same people working on it right now. That's why a lot of like developers are good and like don't try to find future developers, but it's like, oh yeah, how do you do that? How do you effectively make that happen? And the answer is like, it's very hard. How do you trust a government? Even if you really, really love a particular government and you're like, yeah, I love this guy, he's the one. There have been bad presidents before him, but I trust my guy, my gal, my person. And then it's like, well, why? What's you trust them like unfalteringly? I've always wondered why Mike didn't go by Michael. I feel like Michael Hunt sounds really posh. I think that could work on his behest. I bet he knew I bet like maybe he liked it. He liked the attention. A lot of people like surprising amounts of attention. Like, I'll be honest, I was one of those children. When I first learned what a camera was, I was like, I need to be in every single picture. It very quickly went away. But I think a lot of people never grow past that. And a lot of people always have this desire for like, I want people to care about me. And it's hard. Caring is a niche, hard thing, right, or whatever. And an easy way for people to be interested in you, like to notice. I guess being noticed is the important thing. Like, we make the joke that like, oh yeah, you should notice me. Please notice me. I wanna, like when I read out someone's message, sometimes they're like, wow, can't believe another human recognizes me. Like this, a really key part of interactions is just seeing that someone is, people always say this, but like, oh yeah, listening to someone's easy. Like making them feel heard is the hard bit. Like you can talk to someone really easily, but like knowing that that person is actually hearing what you're saying and caring about it. Actually like processing it into their brain. That's like a whole impressive thing. And so you have a real head start over everyone else if your name is Mike Hunt, because immediately people make jokes and they're like, you're in, The first people always, if you go to a party, you always want to find your friends because like they're the people you want to know. But the people that are most interesting at a given party are the people you don't know. You go to a party, you go to a social event to meet people that you don't know. And that's the worst. As an introvert, I despise that. I'm like, oh no, don't make me do it. But also it's good when it happens. Once you get over that bridge and you realize like, oh, I like this person. I just didn't know it because I didn't know them yet. All of the people you could be closest to in the world are people you don't know yet. Or maybe you do know them, but they don't know you, or whatever it is. There are people who you just are not familiar with yet, and you could learn about them. But you got to break the ice. And breaking the ice is like this impossible human endeavor we still don't know how to precisely do. Hey, Ryan Hibbs, congratulations on getting yourself a Longboi. That makes, if I am not mistaken, I don't know how many. 109, hey! 109 Longboys. 109 Longboys on the wall. 109 Longboys. Take one down, pass it around. 108 Longboys on the wall. I'm an extrovert, and even I hate being at parties with new people. The idea of going to a party where I don't know a single person is genuinely one of the scariest things. Because like you'd have to like arrange, you bump into people being like, oh yeah, hey, awkward reason to start talking, and okay, let's oh Christ, I'm on fire, which is really messing up my ability to place these blocks safely. It's scary because you need that to go well. If it doesn't work well, you'd have to like bow out, go to the next interaction. I don't know. It's a lot, but it is also one of those best things because like getting past that means that someone new cares about what you have to say. Like you have to act so interested in someone.
I'm addicted to donating now. Lol. Okay, here's $50. I spent over $100 on this holy netherite.
Holy, thank you so much, oh Bukin, for the $50. I hope you're doing good, my man. I hope you seem to be having a great evening. I'm glad to hear about that. Okay, so it's at 73, right? So I think it's minus 8. I think I'll see my tunnel, actually. I guess this is where the tunnel ends. Or maybe it's just... Like, it definitely should be here somewhere, right? Unless I dug it down below all of this. I genuinely don't know. Okay, we're gonna find that old tunnel, and we're gonna start mining wherever it is. Or we can just fly back to where our stuff is before. Or we can make half slabs. We probably should have made half slabs before we left. That would have been the genius play, really. I know from my my stream that it's at -7. When I went 1,000 blocks, 1,000,000 blocks. But I'm just gonna reconfirm. Is it -7? Oh god, where am I? Okay, it's at -1173. It's been a while since we said that, huh? You should carry a loyalty trident. Oh, you know what? Loyalty trident might be a better solution for that. Loyalty trident with mending on. Yeah, I could see that being a good fix. So -11 is this way, right? -11, then 73. Okay, so right here, we're just gonna start mining down a block and through the wall, and we'll connect it up later. For now, though, we can just mine straight through here, get all that Netherrack. All of it can be mine. So, Cat, if you send me a free Longboi, I will. Oh wait, I'm back again. I'm back again. Says Romru. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Thank you very much for the tip, my man. Or wait, Robin. You know, it could be Ambry Namenish. That's the word. That's correct. I did not just have a stroke. So people are always telling me I need to try more accents. Am I right, chat? Everyone's just like, Toy Cat, your accents are so good. Your American accent's so good, but I just want to hear you do other ones. So chat, tell me some accents in chat you'd like me to hear, and I will not picture any of them ever. That is my promise to you. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay in the wall where I can't be hurt anymore. But it's okay if you send me a free Longboi, I'll send you my social security number. Also, there's a spider on your chair. Oh, is there a spider on my chair? Oh no! Oh, I'm so scared. I'd better look at it and react in the way that, oh, it's such a funny prank. Oh, you're gonna get me good. Oh, oh, there's no spider. Oh no. Oh, did you get what you wanted there? Is that what you were going for? It's like the mic muted thing, like,
lol.
even if it, you thought lol. I thought wrong. No, I hope things are good in the hood, Mr. Book and Volk. Clearly things are going well, and that's a good sign. I wanna say I notice you. I wanna say that you're here, you're real, you've made it into my mind at least, and that's something. Like it's such a, you know, like it seems like it's like, oh, something about YouTubers something blah 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 blah, but there is a real function of like just knowing someone cares about the words that you're saying, that someone is listening and is deliberately, you know, like, and is working based on those. Okay, we got Irish accent. I do an Irish accent. The problem with doing an Irish accent is people get very offended very quickly. You see, as a British person, talking about the Irish on their own words is just very hard. They've got a sing-songy voice that you can only do in certain words, because it's all about the pacing with Irish, more than it is about the voice. Californian accent. Oh, my Valley Girl accent is atrocious. I've tried it so many times, and it gets worse every time I do it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm from Southern California, and you won't believe like what's happening with like the economy these days. Didn't you just hear about the new trip? Trump just tweeted out that he's going to embargo. You know, that's way too smart for a Valley Girl. Did you hear about the new tweets? Kim Kardashian just said that there's going to be a 20% off sale on the Longboi. That's right. Did you hear about that? A 20% off sale on the Longboi? Okay, that weirdly wasn't appalling. Hey, yeah, not appalling. Not appalling. I'm going to put that on my tombstone. That's quite good. Thank you. You know, Welsh accent. American trying to be British accent. Oh, my American trying to be British accent is a fail. I don't know why it is, but I just cannot pull that one off as much as I want to. But yeah, Book and Volt, you know, oh, Jesus, you're going wild today, and I appreciate that. You know, Book and Volt, if you want a way to tip and maybe get a product if you're on in return, you know where you should go? Link in the description. Again, literally, you know, if I was here for profit, I'd just say, hey, give me money, blah, 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 blah. But this is a product that is beautiful, and you can get your hands on. Look at it. Look at his face. Look at his face. Link in the description. 109 have been sold so far, which is crazy. Craziness, in my opinion. Russian next. Oh, the Russian is Russian I try all the time. Like I'm getting better at it, but I need to learn like all the like there's a cat in my apartment. I need to get the cat out of here so I can go to the airport. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm flying to America soon. Fly to airport. Get cat. Fly to airport. Be American citizen. Yeah, that was awful. I can be a girl and you're man at the same time. It's 2020. You know, honestly, no. One of the cool things about this year, I was really terrified. One of the things that people tried to like get rid of a couple of years back was like, I can't believe that you're using dude. You know, I'm not a dude. And like, I'm glad we finally like. One of the cool things about this year is like everyone's realized like, oh yeah, like guys and dudes, you don't use to refer to men, or males or whatever variant of that you'd like. And I like that like that's become like widespread accepted. Like, yeah, hey guys, how's it going? I'm not saying hello, men of the audience. Women, get back to the kitchen. But men, it's like a toy cat. What is a Longboi? Wow, thank you for asking, Jaden Ogden. A Longboi is a toy cat plush. You know toy cat plushes? They look something like this. But imagine if it was 50 centimeters long. Actually, what's the best I can do to squish this? Look how long it is right now, even. Look how long this is. But it gets longer. It's the longest boy. And they're available at the link in the description. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to do that. Also, thank you, Plagues the Wise. Hello, Toy Cat. Do so and you shall be granted. Okay, wait. I want to see what that is. I'm broke off this. I can't, but I would if I could. That's all good. Buchenvolk. Oh, copy-pasting text from Arabic is really hard. Okay, we're going to Google that. I'm going to type translate Google. Okay, we're going to type in... Oh, it's not even stirring. It's like, it's giving me my makeshift link. Wow, do you want... Okay, wait, I'm going to... I can't see what you told me. You told me Arabic, but fun fact, I cannot read Arabic. You might not believe that. You might think, no, really, Toy Cat? No Arabic? Nah, you must have made a mistake there, mate. But no, there is no mistake. Toy Cat and Arabic are not the same. There is no direct correlation between Toy Cat and Arabic. As sad as that is. As sad as that is for us all. So let's pick up one of these. Let's drop down another one of these. And let's fill this one up. Should we come back for it? No, let's just bring it with us. So what up Spanish next? The Spanish accent. I don't know what I started with, but it's not Spanish. Is this American? I think this is. I don't know how you said Spanish and I got into an American accent, but I'm from Chicago. I love to drive cars and I talk about my cats a lot. All my cats have an Instagram page. They do. That was generally what came. Like, I don't know how my brain works with accents, but that is how Spanish people sound in my head. Apparently, today we learned. An Indian accent. Oh no, you don't do Indian accents. It's 2020. You know, it's 2020. Robin can be my guy and my girl at the same time.
Buy a Longboi, but never buy a tall boy unless projectile vomiting and a horrendous hangover are life goals. Also, we need to come up with a gender-neutral pronoun that doesn't break grammar rules.
Yeah, I think it's surprising how much of English is a pretty non-gendered language, all things considered, but it's also crazy. Wait, is this correct? Yeah, this is. Oh no, this isn't correct. I mind one too far to the side. We need to go this way. It's crazy how much of the language is like inherently gendered, even though it's a pretty non-gendered language. I guess the simplest way, like, and there's no like easy way to like change an entire thing like that. I totally agree. There's an uphill struggle coming somewhere. I'm transgender. I'm going to speak for most of us and say now, bro, dude, and other terms are perfectly fine for use most of us. Yeah, right, exactly. Like there was I guess like honestly, it's like if you're not in any particular, let's call it community. I hate when people use community to describe like something like that, because it's like, you know, oh yeah, I'm in the I'm in the white community. It's like, would you ever say that? Would anyone ever say that? Man, why isn't, you know, that there's no, like, you could argue that society, but it's like, no, like, it's like, I'm in the British community. Like, when you oversee it, it's like, I guess there's some sense in that, but it's also like, oh, seems like you shouldn't define it as a No, it's the easiest thing to do to use like immutable characteristics to define words in communities and stuff. But it's also like that's a problem. But anyway, ignoring that side of things because I think that's gonna. Oh, look at all this Netherrack, by the way. See, I went mining here years ago, and now I'm picking up the Netherrack and making big profits on it. This is the dream right here. This is the dream. Give me more accents to go through before I go in. But because so yeah, I feel like communities, weird concept to describe things like that. But I also feel like I'm glad that I'm glad it wasn't just a joke and that indeed it's correct. You know, I mean, you're my man. I guess it's interesting that you do, like almost all the gender neutral like words are like guy heavy. Like, oh, what's up, my dudes? What's up, my guys? What's up, my bros? What's up, my brothers? I think that's not. Don't think I can use that one. Pennsylvanian. Don't think I can do that. Everyone's giving me American accents. Australian. Oh, I can't. Italian. I'm from Italy. I like to eat pizza with my pasta. You talk with your hands a lot. I said once. This is my favorite. This is canon. Someone asked why I move my hands so much when I'm like presenting on the second channel, and my excuse is my hands are Italian, and like we just rolled with that for a while. Do a Canadian accent. So that was a bad Italian accent. Let's admit, not good. Not good. Scouse accent. Oh, I'm from Liverpool. Yeah, this is accidentally Welsh. It seems. I don't know how, but I got a little bit of an accent. I say the words a little bit like, oh God, what have we ended up in? I think we've gone back to Irish. See, the thing about Ireland is you can take the boy out of Ireland, but you can't take Ireland out of the boy. You just can't. It just it stays in there, no matter how hard you try. Try Dutch, as you're in the Netherlands. See, I bet if I was in the Netherlands, I'd be making jokes about that all the time. Still waiting for the British accent. Okay, here's my British accent. All right, love, how's it going, governor? You get some fish and chips on the radio, love? I don't know what that was. I just all the words that came to my brain. What is IGN? People use IGN to mean in-game name. Your Russian accent sounds like Schwarzenegger, so does mine. You're the only one worthy of my money. Second paycheck ever. Toycat and Longboi is yes. Hey, thank you, Ilias Lawson. See, I'm glad. See, like you like the idea. I think it's totally true that like the idea of like spending money on a streamer, YouTuber, you don't like seems weird, bizarre. But like if you want to just like, oh yeah, here's some words I like to share. Your Russian accent sounds like Schwarzenegger. So do I. How crazy. I'm glad that that's the thing. Also, Mother Russia says, how about this? I hate the parts of Cyrillic that don't correspond to like, because at least when you look at like if you read Moscow as a in English, at least you can read it and it says, oh yeah, Mokba, and you get like Mokba, Moscow. You're not sure, or like Russian is Pokken. Like it's all characters you can recognize, but that was just like Kumewenhon, you know, like you can't even say that. That's my biggest problem with like certain countries. It's like impossible to like navigate without using a phone, and it makes me realize like before phones, you'd just be boned in so many cases. Like how would you do stuff? Like the only time I've ever been able to not communicate with someone is I went to it was in Germany of all places, like a place with a really high English literacy rate. I went to Germany and I was like going go-karting or something, and the guy just knew zero English. Like, I think he had numbers, and that was it, and that's how we communicated. It was like, till 5? No, or something like that. It was kind of crazy, all things considered. Hey, thank you, Robin Rue, for the Korean, if I'm not mistaken. So, IGN is in-game name, glad to help you out. Although, in-game name is only for Java, usually. For Xbox, gamertag is the preferred system, because it all operates on Microsoft. What do you call it? The Longboi has been stolen. No, not the Longboi. Don't steal the Longboi. You know what? I value my Longboi, as indeed 112 people now do. I value the Longboi too much. Do you value the Longboi? Do you know how you could get one of these great things? I know where you could get one. That's right. Go to the link down below. Wait, I'll point at my paws. Go to the link down below to find the Longboi. You know you want one. 20% off. I'm 20% off. Look at my eyes. Look at my belly. Look at my little... It matches the thing, right? It's cute. It's adorable. I love it. Speaking of things that are cute and adorable, I love it. Let's do a Dutch accent. I am from the Netherlands. I take the Netherlands Express over to the store, and I clearly don't speak to many Dutch people. Most Dutch people just sound pretty normal, actually. Like, Dutch people have some of the most like impressive English skills in the world. So they're just like, I'm Dutch a little bit, but I understand English very well. I learn it in school, age 9 to age 12. And the only difference is I speak in centimeters. I am 193 centimeters tall. Why, this is a weird way to measure height, yes, but I am Dutch and I speak very good English, yes. Dutch accent, not bad. Hey, thank you, Frosty Brandon. See, we need encouraging words like that. Oh, it seems like I just ran out of stone bricks again, then figured, guess we're flying. So minus 11, 73. We'll see if we can find a little bit more as we fly this way. Minus 11, 73. Oh, we went up, and we went up, and then, oh. I should have gone through here, but clearly I didn't. Okay, so, wait, oh, it would have been over here. Aha, I did go over here, and there's more Netherrack for me. So I'm also going to mine this way, I guess, because I've got to make sure there's a tunnel over here, too. Got to kill some piglins on the way. I should have brought gold boots. That would have been the simplest way to just save so much hassle. I might start wearing gold boots, like, permanently. Because if you put mending on them, it doesn't really matter, right? It might be smart. Can you speak like a Simp? Sounded more like South African than Dutch. Oi, mate, as you want to get some South African rand and use it to pay for the car, mate. Yeah, that's what you want to do. I don't know what I'm speaking right now. It's trying. Hello from South Korea, says Robin Rue. Are you really from South Korea, Robin? I'm considering spending a few months in South Korea this year. Tell me about your life. Tell me what it's like. Tell me would Toy Cat enjoy it? Like, I know that's what you're thinking every time you go to the store. Like, is this the store Toy Cat would enjoy? Give me those thoughts. That's what I need to hear. Speak in the centimeters. If you want to sound like a Dutch person, just speak in centimeters. I don't know why. Everything's in centimeters there. Like, not. I understand meters. Like, yeah, I'm 5'9" is probably like 1.8 meters, 1.7 meters, I guess. You know, like I understand that I'm like 1.x meters. But I don't understand why you'd be like, yes, 177 centimeters. I'm from the Netherlands, so I understand centimeters. I understand them very well. It's very good. Since you're selling a Longboi, you should sell a Shortboi too. Oh, we sold a Shortboi earlier this year. We just didn't call it that, you know? But now we do, you see. The Longboi is adorable. It's great. It's wonderful. I'm a simp of the Longboi too, says the Bunsey Squad. How can you not simp for the Longboi? When you see the Longboi, you just want one. See Longboi, get Longboi. That's all we need. My friend Germans isn't quite as bad, but they're pretty bad at English. And we went to... Wait, I'm going to get the whole story. But pretty bad at English, and we wanted to get a tattoo from a black Italian lady who could speak German. I had to be her translator. See, that sounds rough, right? Like, I think it's crazy how many like people in Germany can't speak German and only speak English. Like, I think that is going to be a huge, like, I guess I'm lucky that like because there's large immigrant groups in big cities. Like, it makes sense. That's where you're most likely to want to be. That's where most of the opportunity is to bring yourself up, or whatever we want to say. But I guess I'm lucky that like living in a country where I speak the semi-universal language. It must really be rough to not know the local language of where you are, and then vice versa. Like, I know people don't like to talk about this much, so we won't talk about it in depth. But like, not understanding a proportion of your population, it's like one of those things that leads to like leads to distrust. You know, perhaps trust is good. Trusting strangers is hard if you don't. Like, communication is key to trust, right? And if you can't communicate with a stranger, it's hard to trust them. Okay, so this box is full. I think I have one more though, if I'm not mistaken. And so we're gonna fill it. Also, we're just gonna throw away 2 crossbows. No, thank you. All gone. All gone. Like, I think it's really rough to not be able to do that. Also, Korea is very nice. You know what? I guess I'm going to Korea. Chat, you know, if I have to live somewhere, I'm not gonna go based on what you say, but let's pretend we are. So I need to live somewhere for 3 months that's not the UK and is not America. Hypothetically, right? What country would you recommend? Because my two choices, like my short list is like the Netherlands, Ireland, and South Korea. South Korea is like you know, who knows if they let me in, but like it seems like it'd be a fun place, right? You know, no one looks at South Korea and goes, yeah, boring place, nothing fun to do there. What about Transnistria? Thank you, Uneven Reptile. Forgot Long and Short Boy. What about Med Boy? Med Boy? Oh, Medium Boy. Right. I thought you were like, you know what, Toy Cat? You should sell a Doctor plush. You know, like Dr. Mario, but it's Dr. Toy Cat. Wait, that's not Dr. Mario. That's just a theme song. You know what, to Random J, let's do Medical Toy Cat next. In like 3 years. Actually, in 2021, when we sell a new Toy Cat thing, it'll be Medical Toy Cat. Wait, you know, I should have... One of the things I didn't want to jump on board at the time because it felt kind of weird, was like selling custom face masks. Should be Medical Toy Cat face masks. You know, this is a thing now. I'm a good doctor. Ask me for medical advice. Let me show you guys who's boss. Italy, good food, sunny, and we enjoy life. You know, okay, when people say that about Italy, I feel it's like one of the worst things to hear. Because it's like, what do you mean you enjoy life? Do you think I don't enjoy life? What do you think I do every single day when I wake up? What that tells me when I hear people enjoy life, it means people enjoy not doing things that, like, you expect from people in your day-to-day life. Like, want to get on the train? Train conductor's busy enjoying life, not driving it. You want to enjoy, you want to pay for your food and leave? The server's enjoying life and taking a smoke break. Like, you know, like, I know like every human interaction has like two sides of a coin, but it's like, you know, I enjoy life in not Italy. Would I enjoy it more, or would everyone else be enjoying it more around me and I would not compensate? Iceland's one of the most friendly places, so here. This is a really dumb fear that like I shouldn't think about, like, because it's not a relevant fear. But the thing about Iceland is it's so isolated. And I think about isolated places a lot, because it's like, man, if you need an emergency evacuation, like, if there was a pandemic that was, like, legit, like, you know, like, this is, right now, people are dying every day, right? But the fact that, despite this being a virus that almost all of the world will have dealt with at some point in the next few years, it's only going to have a death toll in the, what, like, 8 digits? No, 7 digits even. It's going to have a death toll in the 7 digits. Despite having pretty much infected almost all of the Earth. Now imagine if it was something like SARS or 25. You know, like we dodged a bullet so hard, and like no one thinks about it. We think that we got hit by the bullet. It's like no, the bullet hit us in the shoulder, and we're complaining like, oh, it kind of hurts. It hurts a little bit when I do this. And it's like, you know, you should have died. Someone shot at you, man. And so I think about it a lot, like, man, if that happens, given that people shut down, things shut down so much for this. Imagine how much they shut down if it was like people's lives on like a large scale were on the line, you know? Because, you know, I guess anything's large scale if you think about it. Like, is 1,000 people dying a day a large scale? It is, but like, also 1,000 people die every day on a good day, on a low death day. That'd be weird if they didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird thing to talk about. But forget also Supreme Leader Toy Cat Flush. Oh, one of the things I wanted to do is include a Supreme Leader skin with my thing, but apparently that is not allowed. Apparently that breaches rules about what you can and cannot produce. I don't know why. Why can't I have Supreme Leader Toy Cat? But there is a rule against that. Who would have guessed? So yeah, give me suggestions for places. I'd complain if a bullet hit my shoulder. Yeah, but you should be happy that you didn't die. Like, I guess you can also complain it hit your shoulder. We should also be like, you know, we should make it so that we can get to we should go to a hospital. Like, sure, it only hit my shoulder, but it's still important. But it's like, man, can you do a Baltimore accent? I don't know what it is, by the way, Trinity Price. Like, I literally can't picture someone from Baltimore. Thank you for inspiring. Oh, so, yeah, so if you have any places that you think would be a great fit for Toy Cat, let me know. Canada, says Roma Parsons. I've considered Canada as well. You know, I like poutine. I like skiing. I don't think there's much of that in May, but there may be. High suicide rates are PogChamp. Yeah, right. Like people are. I don't know the number of like I know it's like every day. It's rarer that someone doesn't kill themselves, right? Like it. I don't know how many days it's been since no one killed themselves. Probably like Christmas Day, 20 something. But like you know like that's like a thing. We're like oh yeah but like it's only. It's what I'm trying to say right here. Transnistria is a country that still uses the Soviet flag. I do love that that's true. I have a whole second channel video on Transnistria. Fun fact. I love Transnistria too. Oh, Christ. Gotta fix that right now. I'd love to scoop up the lava, but it's just not worth it. Now we know infinite lava's coming too. There's no reason to, like, keep track of your lava. Which is maybe sad. Maybe it's a problem. I don't think so, though. I'd say Moscow, but I know you won't come back here. Hey, I am from the Moscow. I take metro to get to airport. I fly away. I never come back. I am American citizen now. I leave cat behind. Very fat cat. Very long boy. You want long boy? Only available outside Russia. I think actually you got one in Russia, right? But only available outside Russia. One long boy. I'm sure Makeshift's loving the way I promote these. See, what I love about them actually is like they don't care about anything because they're just making the thing. Like this is my product. I sell it. I make it. Like it's cool. It's cool. Thank you, by the way. We have 112 cells. That's a lot of long boys. That's 56 meters worth of long boys. Or if you're Dutch, 5,600 centimeters. I am from the Netherlands. I talk in centimeters, and I slightly misunderstand the way the coffee shops work. Maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit. Comrade Toycat. Thank God it's available in Russia too. Apparently it's not available in Serbia, right? You should go to Thailand. Oh, Thailand's one that I would consider too, actually. Thailand's just South Korea, though. If you really think about it, like, again, if you ignore the things that make them different places, you would find that they're actually the same place. And, you know, it's not bad, necessarily. But is it good, necessarily? That's the question we should be asking. It's a question without a very clear answer to. So yeah, by the way, if I ever want to explore like the world in a cave update, all I have to do is like travel this way until I find it, and it's gonna be good. So can you do an Antarctic accent? No, I cannot. What about moving to South Africa? Ooh, I like South Africa. They got very good. I'm gonna do. I'm going to South Africa in January. If I like it enough, maybe. Honestly, it's proximity to the world that makes me like I really like New Zealand, but I could never spend a lot of time there because, like, I hate feeling like I'm away from the world. Like, even Vegas, I felt like, man, I'm an hour from LA, I'm like 4 from New York, a few from Florida. I was like, it's sort of like half day away from Hawaii even. But at least I knew, like, I'm 10 hours flight back to the UK. I can be there tomorrow if I learn early enough in the day. That's like, I don't like the idea of being somewhere, because like there's a lot of islands around the world that are cool, but it's like, there is one boat in a week. You don't get on the boat, you're not good. When I think of Thailand, I think of the creepy dude going about how you could get the youngest women there or something. Yeah, when I was going to Thailand, there was a creepy dude in the plane who was like, oh yeah, I like the Philippines. That's for the same reason. There's a lot of creepy countries. There's a lot of countries that have creepy people going to them, specifically, and like where it's kind of like tacitly supported by the people. What's your favorite enchantment? Mine is Silk Touch. My favorite enchantment? Glad you asked. Actually, you know what is my favorite enchantment? I think Silk Touch is the funnest enchantment. You get the most done with it, for sure. Okay, so this box is going to be full now, which means we're just taking blocks out here. Oh yeah, full box. So now we can get another like 7 stacks or something, and then we're gonna go. So we're gonna grab the Netherrack on the way back. We're gonna leave it. It's gonna be great. You mean perverts? Yeah, it's also a Longboi body pillow. Think about it, right? Do you want to hug something at night, but be it wholesome? Don't wanna do any naughty business. Longboi, Longboi, Longboi. That's what you want. It's all you ever want. But yeah, oh lord. I'm pretty excited. Like, one of the things that, like, makes me genuinely happier is knowing like there's like lots of good stuff coming, and that's how I like feel right now about. Okay, I'm sorry. My PC crashed, and with it the stream. At least it was near the end of the stream, but after like YouTube doesn't have a way of telling you like there was an interruption in the stream. It just keeps playing the same clip back, so people have no idea. They're like, oh, it'll be back soon. And because obviously my PC crashed, I couldn't tell people about it. Good thing we have mods it. I'm sure they'll let you know that there was an issue like that. Because, you know, usually you can tell a stream's over because I say goodbye and all those sorts of words. But if the stream's not over, you know, this is a subtle difference. I don't say goodbye if the stream don't be over. Oh, I'm not here. Where's my face cam? I think my camera's turned off again. How am I meant to simp the toy cat plush if you can't even see my face? How am I meant to do it? That's telling me that it's definitely my webcam crashing my PC. Okay, you know what? Right. During this stream even, we should just like go get a new one. Like, the amount of issues I have with this webcam, even when it's not actively... See, look at that. I checked my Elytra, made sure it was on. Your face is not back. Imagine if he just started repeating himself one day, strolls into thinking the stream crashed. That is a genius idea. I'm here. You know, until I'm back, here's the orange square. You can imagine I'm here. Isn't that the important thing? Really? Huh. I wonder why my webcam's not showing up. It totally is just... Take us with you to your local Tesco. Man, I want to do IRL videos, but there are creepy people who are actively just trying to, you know, who use it to work out a landmark to find your location or whatever. It's like, it's not the thing you want. You know, you can't keep it hidden forever or whatever. Like, sure, I know. But like the people who try to make it not, it's like, why would you do that? What? Why? Like, just don't. You know, just don't, please. But yeah. They're not normal human beings, are they? Maybe some of them are. Maybe some of them think it's funny. But it's also like, now we can't do the thing. Because of that. I wonder we even got that orange square picture. You know, it's a really good dumb story, huh? Uneven reptile. The real IBX toy cat is the orange square we made along the way. Okay, wait, I'm gonna try this again. Hey, I'm back! Hello. I'm IBX toy cat. How is your morning going? Is it not morning where you live? Well, that's awkward, isn't it? Maybe it should be morning where you live. Maybe if it's not morning, it's not me that's wrong, it's you that's wrong. Why don't you live somewhere where it's morning right now? Yeah, these are the important things. But yeah, so I want to do some more Minecraft challengey stuff. I recently, like, one of the videos I'm excited for, not to do any, like, I recently did the, like, slow running it's called speed walking Minecraft, right? You know, if speed running is speeding.
Real dono cause I didn't get to hear my last one. Stupid stream in it.
Stupid stream in it. In it, bruv. How's it going, lads? Oh god, I mixed too many different language variations there. I want to buy 2 Longboys and sell them together. You know where you could buy a Longboi? Wow, wait. If you want to buy a Longboi, perhaps Longboi could tell you. Oh, it's linked down below. Down there, he says. That's where you look if you want to get the Longboi. Look how long it is. It's hilariously long. And you want one. You might not know it yet, but let me tell you, you want one. Ah, who am I kidding? You know it yet. So we're going to fly down here. This is going to be a really long journey back home. But we'll make the best of it. Fly over the mountain where we can. I'll be flying over the mountain when I can. I'll be flying over the mountain when I can. I'll be flying over a mountain. Flying over a mountain. Flying over a mountain when I can. I'll be flying over a mountain if I need to. But I don't know if I need to, but I'm doing it. I am going to fly and I'm gonna fly. If the Longboi isn't diverse, then I won't buy it. Longboi is so diverse. We got all the major groups covered. White, covered. We got brown, covered. We got yellow, covered. We got, what's that? We also got a little bit of black too. Covered. Wait, where's it black? I guess this is close enough to black. This is the most diverse plush anyone has ever made. And I don't see you not doing it. Your nose is like crazy, dude. Oh, nose. I'm funny. I'm hilarious. This is why people come and pay to hear me talk. One of the jobs that I think I would have enjoyed in the pre-YouTuber times is like being a speaker. But I also realized that like, oh no, it wouldn't be. Because you'd be speaking to people who like don't want to be there to hear you speak. Like the thing I love most about these YouTube live streams is people are like, come in because they're like, yeah, I enjoy having a little talk about trust. I enjoy talking about the nature of our reality and how things are done. But his eyelashes are black, right? Wait, let me look at the eyelashes. You might be right. Oh, there we go. We're good. We do in fact have black covered. Perfect. Perfect. What's that? How many Longbois are currently sold? 114, I hear you saying. Well, I don't hear you saying anything. It's a live stream. But yeah, one of my... I really enjoy just, like, sitting down for a conversation with someone who, like... It's, you know, actually, that's the same reverse version of the thing I said before. Like, people want to feel noticed. They want to feel like the world hears and understands them. Because you're a complex person and the world doesn't treat you like one all the time. The world just treats you as a thing. And you're like, but I be a person too sometimes. And, so, like, you know, you ever tell someone a story and it's clear that, like, they're not listening. They're just like, yeah, you're acting, you know, like that sort of stuff. And that feels bad because you're like, I could be saying anything. I think I've said this story before, but like, in certain like, that's a not for YouTube story. But when people like listen to your stories and then like don't absorb or listen or like, and it's like, oh, it hurts, you know, it stings in the inside. And it's cool to know that like, you know, even if like 80% of people, which is way overestimating it, I hope, are just like they're like, you know, their bowl of whatever they've got, you know, bowl of popcorn, I hope, and they're like, oh yeah, man, you keep talking, toy cat. Even if that's the case, it's like, yeah, there are like 100-something people here, you know, dozens of people who are like actively interested in like sharing the conversation. It's a lot of fun. I hate when that happens, so disrespectful. But it's not even like, it's not even usually intended to be disrespect, right? Like, it's just different levels of engagement. Like, sometimes you engage with people more than they engage with you. Sometimes people are more engaged with you than you are with them. And it's hard. Oh, look how fast we're going. It's hard and it's annoying and it sucks and no one wants it. But it's oh man, keep talking, toy cat, says Annex CS. I agree. You should make your face cam Longboi. You know, you're right. Why is there anything but Longboi? Wait, if I like... There we go. Okay, no, I can't actually like keep him on my face. I just have to play Minecraft one-handed, which I can't do all the time. But if I like put him here, there we go. Oh look, I have a Longboi. It's really... I've been waiting for a long time to tell you about this new product. It is the Longboi. I need the Longboi in my life, says Kaylin Doyle. So I expect people are bad at conversation when they have to focus on what they were going to say next to get it right. Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's a big part of it. Sometimes, I'd be lying if I said this hasn't happened to me. When you're in an uncomfortable conversation, like we treat awkward silences as being a sign that you're not, like, good with someone, right? So people will spend, you know, if you're in a conversation, they'll spend a lot of time thinking, oh God, where's the conversation going to go from here? Because if it ends up in silence, that's not, oh God. What happened? Why did my elytra fail? Okay, thank God it didn't matter. Acknowledge me as a person. I simp for Longboi. You know what, Robin Rue, I recognize you. I acknowledge you. I see you. I hear you. You're real, probably. You could be fake. You know, you're both transgender and South Korean. Pick a characteristic. Am I right, my man? See, my man. That's another common one. Am I right? Am I right, my lady? See, also strange, right? Also, like one of those is like normal and fluid. One of those is like gendered and like loaded, with like words you're trying to say by accident. Sometimes pauses and silences between topics is nice. Yeah, but you both need to agree that it's nice. Like, I think it's a really important ability to gain. I think gaining the ability to be comfortable with the silence of someone is something you get late into a friendship. But when you first meet someone, every second matters. If you're not talking to someone, what's the point? And so people, you have this whole internal thing about like, oh, here are things they like to talk about, how to seamlessly get to them, etc. It can be hard. It can be easy. I totally agree that like it's not intentional, and I also think that silences are good. They're a sign of a bond. Like people hate when someone they've just met talks slow, but if you value someone's words, you're like, ah, yeah, that's cool. He be talking, huh? Autism and ADHD. What a bargain, says Crank Official. So many people like you know, there's a whole world of, let's call it like self-diagnostics, like, or even let's not put it so harshly. There's a whole world of seeing personality traits as like mental disorders as personality traits. OCD isn't a disorder. You know, it's obsessive compulsive disorder. No, what that is that's a personality trait. Sarah East says in Japan it's actually normal to have long pauses to show you're listening and actually thinking about how to respond. Yeah, I think that'd be a valuable thing. Like, it's almost like we're trying to like speedrun conversations sometimes. But like most conversations in my life, I do want to speedrun. Most conversations I want to get done. I had a really deep conversation with my plumber once. He can't have been a plumber. I had a an electrician. No, he definitely owned his own business. I guess he was a plumber. Don't know why I had a plumber in my house. I need to get a plumber soon, actually. But fine. I guess you're my little pogchamp. Come here. You know what you secretly love. You know what you secretly need. You know what you're secretly on board with. It's the Longboi. It's long. Look at his face. Look at his neck. Look at his body. Look at his legs. Look at the fact that you can bend him over like that. This is how cats jump. But this is how the Longboi jumps. It's dumb, but I love it. And it's also like, it's cute that it's both a plush and a pillow. I feel like that's a big win. But yeah, I think speedrunning conversation is essential 90% of the time. But yeah, so people who I didn't self-diagnose, I have a certificate. Again, I'm not going to claim everyone who says they're autistic is self-diagnosing. I'm saying it's a large part of it. Same with ADHD. Like, I'm going to say the same thing. Like, I always assume it's probably like, oh yeah, I have so many like ADHD personality characteristics or whatever. And it's like, well, the D in ADHD is disorder, right? Which admittedly, like, it means you'll only be, like, you know, the whole, you know, like, having an addiction to something is only bad if it negatively impacts your life. I am addicted to food, never been prescribed as a food addict. I'm addicted to water, I love travel. Like, this year has been hard on me. Like, it's not the same reason everyone else. Like, you know, your life is no doubt harder than mine. I'm sorry for bringing up my sadness part of it, because it totally is not valid compared to you, internet friend. But like, not traveling has been rough. Like, I had like little bits that I got in when I was in America because I had some stuff to do and I was COVID tested. I went to America as a whole, which is a form of traveling, you could argue. But like, overall, it's like, yeah, not traveling be rough, huh? ADHD helps with burning off calories, says Uneven Reptile. Yeah, my legs like, I'm not saying I have it, I'm just saying that I don't know why it is, but I jitter a bunch. I feel like that has to be like right now, I'm having a conversation, my heart rate's 78. You tell me what that means, internet. You tell me what that means. Probably good things, bad things, medium things. Who knows? So, yeah, it's been really fun to hang out today on this parasocial internet relationship that we share. You did not read my super chat, says Fury Foxtail. I did now. I watched a video about implicit bias and what is your favorite country? Oh, it's because the stream. It's because the stream crashed, friend. That's why I couldn't read it. I guess you donated while the stream had ended. So what is my favorite country? I don't think the UK is the best country, but I find it hard not to say it's my favorite. Like I like it a lot. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Let's grab 4 paper as well. Make some more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put that soul sand somewhere too. Oh god, where does soul sand go? Does it go with sand? Obsidian, endstone, sand and clay. Don't have a soul sand place. Just goes in here. It goes in the Nether, I guess. But for now, I'm lazy. Gonna regret this later, but now is not later. And now we can throw in Netherrack box, and Netherrack box. Oh my god, I have so many boxes of Netherrack now. I might have overdone the Netherrack. Truth be told, I may have overdone it more than I underdid it. So I'll take these 2 with me. Actually, I'll leave these like 2 ones there and there. And that way we've got those ready for next stream to start with, because we want to like clear out shock boxes as fast as we can. So yeah, we're going to be doing more Nether mountain placing soon. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it's not going to be my next stream. My next stream is going to be some form of speedrun or challenge thing. If I'm feeling speedrunning, I'll do speedrunning. But if I'm not feeling speedrunning, I'm not going to force myself, probably. So we'll have to see. I have a Toy Cat watching disorder. If I don't watch Toy Cat streams, I violently vomit blood. See, that would make the disorder not watching Toy Cat streams. Like the fact that you would not do something that makes you vomit blood. Unless it was that much worse to... You get what I'm saying? I don't think you get what I'm saying. So, before I go though... Wow, is there an important announcement? That's right, the Longboi is 20% off. 20% off. It's a really good deal. I wasn't even expecting it until a few days before we launched it. I was like, okay, you know, I thought the price by itself was fair, but with 20% off, how can you say no to this Longboi? How can you say no to it? You can't, can you? You can't say no to your boy, to your Longboi Toy Cat, and that's why you shouldn't. Don't say no to him. He doesn't deserve that. So thank you at Aiden Rickland. I will probably not be reviewing Java realms anytime soon. Because, you know, like, Bedrock... the thing that ties a lot of stuff together is Bedrock. Playing on Java, like, I'll make some dumb mistake and people will be like, oh yeah, you didn't get that. And it's like, yeah, this isn't my passion area. So I play Java when it's necessary or important, but... Or maybe even just sometimes for gimmicks, but not just because, like, I've got to check that too. Because most of my subscribers play Bedrock. Not by a lot, actually. It's like 51% of people play Bedrock, like 40-something% play Java, and a few percent still play console, I think the poll said. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please click the link in the description. Give it at least a look. Check out the Longboi page. Even if you don't buy one, at least giving it a look lets people know that you want it. And I think it's just the cutest thing in the world. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Look how cute it is. It's a pillow that's cute. That's also a limited time collectible item. That's also only $29.60. How can you say no? You can't say no. You can't do it. Actually, you can. That's an implicit part of our relationship. I respect your no's, chat. But also, I know you want to say yes, so I'll respect your yes way more. Say bye to me or I cry. Goodbye, Robin Rue. Goodbye, Jonah Mest. Goodbye, Mixis19. Ice Maiden. Benjamin Luscombe. As well as Ryan Hibbist, Random J, Carl Smith, Adorable Ho, and everyone else. Have a nice evening.
Kiss Longboi on the nose, smile.
Wait, okay, we have to do this. So, see, do you want to kiss your Longboi on the nose? You need a Longboi first. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.